And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the room saying select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, y'all, and welcome to episode 9 of the Dirty Boot Sports Podcast.
The Drew Brees episode.
That's right.
Oh,
the 9.
Yes.
Oh,
the
I
Joe
like
Burrow.
it.
I like it
The
a
Joe
lot.
Burrow episode.
Hey, Joey B.
This is the Louisiana episode. We should have done the Louisiana theme.
Golly.
Stupid.
We are dumb. Why did we
It's
not
never
think
too
of that?
late. We can always adjust on the fly.
No, I'm too excited about these nicknames at the end.
Yeah, it's going to be good, man. So tonight we've got the brothers on the mic, the Williams brothers. We got Peyton, and we've got myself, Kyle. So what is on the docket? We're going to talk some UFC. Got a big fight card coming up this weekend. We're going to talk the craziness that has been the Freddie Freeman show. It's been nuts over there. Some more sports drama we just threw in at the last minute is going to be UCLA and USC. A big shakeup over there on the West Coast. We're going to talk NBA free agency.
Heck yeah.
Clay is ready.
Woj Jr.
He's got Twitter pulled up.
I'm ready.
He's ready to go. And finally, we're going to do a snake draft on best sports nicknames. I thought this was going to be a dirty 5. We decided to change it to a snake draft at the last minute, so it's going to get a little interesting, a little spicy. We're going to have to, be on our toes, but it's going to be fun. So let's start it off. Let's talk some UFC.
So, yeah, guys, UFC Bill is not going to be with us tonight. He had to go make a late-night run to Mississippi, but it's all good. UFC Junior, I guess you can call me, could take over for him. And I even have his picks for the fights, too, so I'll be sure to throw those in for everybody.
You can be Bellator champs, or
No, I'll never be considered Bellator champs, ever. So, yeah, like Kyle said, huge fight card this weekend, UFC 276. The main event is going to be featuring Izzy Adesanya versus Jared Cannonier. But also, which I think is the much bigger fight, in my opinion, is the trilogy fight of Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway.
Oh, yeah. Let's go Holloway.
Huh?
Let's go Holloway.
That's what I'm thinking, too. But I don't know why they didn't have that as the title fight. Well, not title fight, but the main event fight. But
Izzy's the biggest name.
Izzy's the biggest
Yeah.
biggest draw right now, I guess, and that's probably why. So
He's fun to watch, man.
neither here nor there. It's going to be an awesome fight card. But before we get to talk about those two fights, I got another fight that's probably going to be batting lead off on the main card at 9 o'clock that really hits close to home for me because he's one of my favorite fighters in the game right now, and that is the Sugar Show himself, Sean O'Malley, fighting Pedro Munoz. And O'Malley is opening up as a minus 305 favorite compared to Munoz's plus 233 underdog status. But listen to this right here. O'Malley is 9-1 in his UFC career, with 6 of those wins coming via TKO or knockout. You hear about that one right there. His only loss has came to Chito Vera, who is now number 5 in the bantamweight rankings. So it's not a bad loss, and that loss really came off a technicality.
Is that when he broke his foot?
He broke his foot. Well, he didn't break his foot. He damaged some nerves in his foot when he was kicking
Made him miss
Cheeto,
like a year.
and his whole foot went numb. He lost complete feeling. Yeah.
And then he just went down to the ground, right?
He went down to the ground and he got finished because
Yeah.
it's technically a technical knockout. So I'd put an asterisk beside that one because the man has some power.
Shout out to that dude's shins.
Yeah, for real. That dude, he was blocking his stuff, man. But
That fight, so you expect them to bang that one out, huh?
I do. But listen to this with Munoz. He has 17 career UFC fights. So that's a lot of fights. But he has a record of 9-7 and 1 draw or no decision.
Ooh.
But listen to this. He has never been finished in his whole fighting career. He's never been tapped out. He's never been knocked out. And he's fought about 30 fights total. So he's going to be a hard guy to get knocked out, but Sugar Sean has probably the best knockout power in that bantamweight division right now, besides maybe a Cody Garbrandt, because he is so long. I think Sean's like 6'1", 6'2", and he's fighting at $135. You know, that's a big guy, and he's probably going to be weighing close to like 150.
He's got a 72-inch reach versus a 65-inch reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
He's going to
difference.
keep him at distance, for sure.
Munoz, his last 5 fights have went to decision.
Yeah.
And, man, that's getting some names that I've even heard.
Yeah, that's what I
Aljamain
was
Sterling,
about. Listen
Frankie
to these
Edgar.
names. His last 5 fights. You're still on my bullet points. Like you're just still like looking at my notes.
All I did was go to ESPN.
He is 1-4 in his last fights. Last 5 fights, Munoz is. And those losses came to Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo, Frankie Edgar, and Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah, those are guys that are...
Those
like,
first 3 guys
names.
are going to be in the Hall of Fame, and Aljamain Sterling is a current champion. So it kind of tells you the guys he's been fighting, but he hasn't gotten it done. So
He beat Cody Garbrandt. What happened to him?
he kind of just rose to fame too quickly, and then he became too worried with drama with TJ Dillashaw, and everything became too personal. And anytime you're fighting in the fight game and it becomes more personal than a job, and that's weird to hear. But if you think about Conor McGregor, he tries to turn all his stuff into personal fights, and as much as I love him, it hasn't been working. Mm-hmm. So anytime you get too emotional with a fight, you really go downhill pretty quickly because you exert so much energy and you leave yourself open to these big shots. And that's why guys like Cody Garbrandt,
You liked him, didn't you? Wasn't he one of your favorites?
Well, yeah, because I didn't like TJ Dillashaw, because I first got introduced to Garbrandt whenever they coached against each other on the Ultimate Fighter, and I just couldn't get behind. They didn't coach against each other. I think it was Conor. Conor was coaching against Uriah Faber, and they were each assistant coaches on each other's teams. And I couldn't get behind Dillashaw, and they became bitter enemies. So I was like, go Garbrandt. But yeah, he's had a fall from grace for sure. But
so this is the Sugar Show's step into like real competition.
Yeah, I think this is
Top
going
tier,
to be the
top shelf.
fight that gets him a top 5 shot.
Yeah.
Fighting somebody in the top 5. And if he can do what the Sugar Show does and knock him out, then I definitely think that'll solidify him with a top 5
I think
fight.
it'll also solidify his power too.
Yes, it'll give you everything you need to know. And one of these, he should really have 7 knockouts, but he fought this dude. I can't remember his name. I think it was some with an M. But anyway, he took like 200-something significant strikes to the
O'Malley?
face. Yeah.
The one that he didn't knock out?
Yeah,
Correct.
the Hispanic
Andre
guy.
Sukhamatha?
No, that ain't him. It was like 2 fights ago.
This is a Hispanic guy. And he just pounded his
Muatino?
face.
Yeah.
He knocked him out.
It must have been the last round.
Yeah,
And he finally
his
just
last
gave up.
decision was
he broke his hand on it.
2018.
Yeah,
his
the dude
face.
just finally gave up.
Yeah.
And yeah. But talking about predictions here, like I always say, I can't really pick a Sean O'Malley fight without being prejudiced here. But I got the Sugar Show getting a knockout in the 3rd round. So giving Munoz his first ever finish, really, being knocked out for the first time. And Bill, on the other hand, is going with a Sugar Show knockout in the 2nd round. So we're both on the same track right there, which is not going to be the case for all of these fights.
So he's going to be the 5th one on the main card?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like official?
Yeah, I looked up on Wikipedia.
Okay, good.
He's batting leadoff.
Is that
They
the
like to
first
do
time
that
on
with
the
him.
main?
Oh no, he's been on the main card the last few fights.
Okay.
But they like to have a really good knockout opportunity on the first fight. That way, just get the things going good.
Yeah.
So every one of his fights has been the first fight on the card.
So before you get to the 2 championship fights, I'm looking at the prelims. We've got the next McGregor out here. Do you see this? Ian Gary, 9-0 from Ireland, 24 years old.
He ain't fought nobody.
I don't know.
So he's gonna take him a little while.
Unanimous decision and a KO and his 2
I think
fights.
he's a contender series guy.
Next McGregor.
We'll see. I doubt it. Nobody's gonna jump O'Malley for me right now. But moving on, there were some more fights, big name guys like Robbie Lawler. I hate Robbie Lawler though, so I'm not gonna talk about him. He needs to go to the house.
The Cowboy.
Speaking of McGregor, is the UFC, are they about to get to that time where they going to be missing somebody like a McGregor? I mean, McGregor I'm not a big UFC guy. I'll watch it if if somebody's at somebody's house and whatever. But McGregor even drew me to the TV.
Yeah,
kind of like Tiger does for golf. I mean, and I'm wondering if UFC is starting to get a little nervous that they don't have that one draw card there yet.
They got some guys. They need Adesanya to be that guy.
Your phone vibrating over there. You got to turn that off.
Let me put it on the blanket.
Yeah.
My bad. They've got some names now, man, that I would say the fight game is in the best situation it's been since I've been watching it for the past 10 years or so.
Got some depth. Just
a lot of depth. Like Sean O'Malley, I love him, but he's like number 13 right now in his rankings and stuff.
And he's got that flair. He can be.
He's got the flair. That's what they're hoping for him to be. And something Dana White.
He's arguably got the most star power on the card.
Oh, he does, without a doubt.
Adesanya's he's a big name. He might be the biggest name in the sport.
Yeah, but it's the fact that
it's the
Sean's
pod. It's the
American
pod,
as well.
man. Yeah, it's the pod. I mean, he's
a YouTube star too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
he's very open about it.
And I think
life.
was he the last UFC game cover guy? Wasn't he on that? Adesanya?
Adesanya was, yeah. But, the fight games, it's in a great spot right now, I think. And a lot of big name guys.
They are deep.
A lot of depth.
And it's hard for somebody like me who grew up watching, like, a true story. My
Chuck
uncle,
Liddell and all that.
Even before that, man, I used to watch the OGs. My Uncle Richard made me watch it before karate tournaments. Seriously, that's a true story. I'll be watching the Gracies, and he would play that before I, had some fights. And but now these cats are so talented. Mm-hmm. Like, you've got real athletes. And I think John Jones was really the first time we saw, like, an elite NFL, NBA quality type of athlete.
Well, Greg Hardy.
John Jones is going to look back one day whenever he gets into a rehab and gets his mind cleared from all the crap he's done to his body. He's going to look back and be pissed off at himself. That man could have been huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was.
And he was. But
he could have been the greatest. Yeah, he could have,
Because
surpassed.
honestly, if he would have came out like 5 years later, dude, he'd be so big right now, it'd be insane. He got big right before it got super big. UFC's been big for a little while now, but the UFC's huge now. He got there before the UFC got bought.
I think it really, when it hit the ESPN, when they started teaming up, it blew up.
He was still on there when Spike was the undercard and stuff like that. So
I think
he's missing out on a lot of money.
I think that ESPN, they needed that contract. I think both sides needed that contract. I think it helped. Sure.
It's been the perfect marriage, too. Yeah. It really has. But moving on before we get off too big of a tangent, because we got a lot to talk about later. The co-main event tomorrow night, or what's today? Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah. All right, so the co-main event.
Well, tomorrow will be Friday when
Saturday.
we put the pod out.
Yeah, there you go. Saturday will be Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway, Part 3, with Volkanovski actually coming in with both the wins in the first two fights, which is kind of rare. It's kind of rare for that to happen, and then a third fight be warranted. But I think Volk
should have moved up. I think he's cleaned it out.
I don't know. I think Max Holloway has reinvented himself. And wait to hear some stats I'm about to read you in a second, because they're pretty insane. But Volkanovski won their first fight by a unanimous decision. That's how he got the belt from Max Holloway. And then they immediately had a rematch because it was an iconic fight. And then that fight ended in a split decision. So I guess that's kind of part of the reasoning why they're having this fight. But after that, Holloway took like 2 years off, and he went and took care of himself, reinvented himself, got back to more of a striking base. And his first fight, we were in California, Clay. He fought against Calvin Kattar on the first ever UFC event on ABC, actually. And he set records for UFC fights. In that fight against Calvin Kattar, he landed a UFC record of 445 significant strikes. And 274 of those were head strikes, and 117 of those were body strikes. And in that fight, he threw over like 700 punches. And that's something you just really don't see. And he kind of just showed everybody, like, I'm here and I'm hungry and I'm pissed off. Yeah. He probably had that fatigue because he ran the featherweight division for as long as he did.
2016 to 2020.
So it was 4 years
Or no,
off?
2016 to I guess 2019. We lost it to Poirier, got it back from Edgar, and then lost it to Volkanovski all in the same year.
Yeah, he was a big fight. And how long
April,
did he take
July,
off?
December.
How long did he take off from that second Volkanovski fight to Qatar?
A year and a half.
July to January.
Yeah, no,
So about half a year.
Half a year. I thought he took off longer than that.
No, but
just
he hasn't
felt like
fought
he
since
did.
November, so it's about a 8-month gap from this fight.
Yeah. So he's fresh. Volkanovski's big on staying active, so he's not super fresh. He fought a couple months ago.
But Holloway's last 2 fights were on fight nights, which is interesting, instead of an actual
But he's been the
pay-per-view.
headliner of the fight nights, which he don't need money at this point because he's been so big for so long.
And that's another one. He's kind of big outside of the fighting.
Yeah, he's got a whole state rooting for him in Hawaii.
And I think he's got some like social media presence. I think he does something video game related, maybe. I think he like streams on Twitch or something.
And he's kind of taking it down a notch because he's a father and his kid's getting older, and I think that's had a lot to do with that. But yet again, before we get off too much of a tangent, quick prediction here: it's going to be an absolute classic fight, I think, and it's going to probably go all 5 rounds. And I've got Holloway coming out with a decision.
Dude, here's a weird stat. Volka's got some freaking monkey arms, man. He's 5'6" with a 71.5-inch reach.
He is built very strangely.
Yeah.
And he is so much smaller than most of the people he fights because he's only 5'6", that it's kind of hard for people to really
He's got
stop
more
him.
reach than Holloway, though.
Yeah. But
And
he
he's
can
5
get
inches
all up
shorter.
in.
So he's got the lower,
and just from watching him fight
center. He's
so
got the
many
low
times,
center of gravity where he
yes.
can take you down.
For takedowns.
But then
He's very good at doing
But then
that.
he's long
Yeah.
in his arms,
And
anyways.
it's just weird because
not the
he's
legs.
so small that he can get all up on somebody and kind of get in that that phone booth fighting type deal.
Frankie Edgar style.
Yeah, just getting all up in somebody and getting
I
in a
hate Frankie
clinch
Edgar.
and going at it. Then you don't need to watch Volkanovski fight because
I know
he's a brawler.
He took out my boy T City. So
I like T City too, but
What was Bill's prediction?
Bill predicted a Volkanovski win right here via decision. And
It's
if that
hard.
happens,
It's
And
hard.
what was yours?
I got Holloway winning.
Okay, decision.
Both the decision. Yeah, this not getting finished. You can't knock out Volkanovski. I don't think you can, at least. And if anybody was, it was going to be T City that last time they fought. But last fight is going to be the main event. I don't really think it's that big of a fight, to be honest with everybody. I just think it's just
just a filler.
another piece in the road. It really is. That's what I think. We got Israel Adesanya versus Jared Kinnear. Izzy's a big favorite, minus 455. Kinnear is a plus 335. Back to Holloway Volkanovski. Volkanovski is a minus 210 favorite, and Holloway's a plus 165 underdog. So not a whole lot of difference there. But as you can see in this main event, it's a big, big difference. This is going to be Izzy's sixth title defense. He's never been knocked out in his career. But my thing about him... Huh?
That happened fast.
Yeah, and he's been really active, too, as a champion, too, which you always love to see. You don't want to see a guy become champion and fight 2 times a year.
Yeah.
Izzy's been big on keeping active like Volkanovski has. But Izzy, in my opinion, he's kind of turned into GSP. He's not like a people's champ. He is perfectly fine taking the decision route.
Yeah, just going out there and standing and saying I'm the
He's
champ.
so freaking long, man. And he's so fine. Just give me a couple leg taps here and I'm back. Leg taps, back, little jab, and I'm back. And he's perfectly fine the fight going 5 rounds every time and not getting a finish. So that kind of bothers me as a fan because you don't watch it to watch somebody be technical.
Especially somebody with his talent.
Exactly. I mean, the dude has arguably the most talent in the whole UFC right now. And kind of feels like he's wasting it. And Kinnear, this is his first career title shot. He's had like 13 fights in the UFC. He's 8-5. I don't see him really doing anything.
You got to feel like, though, when you're the champ and you're defending belts, you're kind of in that preservation mode.
Yeah.
Because you don't have anything to prove. You're just trying to maintain that title. And in order to take that belt from you, they have to beat the champ. You know, that's what you always hear.
Yeah.
You got to beat the champ. So they're not going to get, those split decisions.
No, they're not going to win the judges' scorecards more
that's right.
often than not. No matter how much they say that that's not how it's judged that way.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all humans, And something I'll say about this, if you're new to the UFC and you're trying to get sold on watching it, do not watch this fight because I just don't see it becoming any type of like back and forth slobber knocker like
Watch the Sugar Show.
is. If you want to see that, watch the Sugar Show. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna throw some punches.
Watch Vulcan and Holloway.
Yes, Vulcan, Holloway. They'll throw it in there.
So does Kinnear? Is he not going to throw out some punches?
I think he is, but dude, it's not going to matter. He's going to feel the urge to do it, but it's not going to matter if Izzy just keeps getting away from him and defending everything. And I got Izzy keeping the distance from him and doing just enough as usual to win via decision. But Wild Bill here is going with Kinnear winning in a third-round TKO.
There we go. There's the wildness.
And I told Bill to place a bet on that before he crossed over to the Mississippi line. So he's got $20 on that. He might win close to $1,000 if that hits. So hopefully for Bill that hits, but I don't see it going any other way, honestly. But like I said, guys, if you're going to watch this card, you probably want to stop after the co-main event if you want to see action. So that is the UFC segment with UFC Junior Chance here. So what we got next?
What we're going to do from Freddie Freeman.
I think you're back up, buddy.
Am I back up with
Freddie
Freddie
Freeman? With your boy.
All right, let me get a swig of water.
Jalen Brunson officially signed with the Knicks.
Yes.
Oh, Daddy's happy up there.
Daddy is happy since the Knicks hired Daddy. I guess that's what made him.
We should have flipped this. But, yeah, Freddie Freeman. The last thing y'all heard us talking about with him is the fact of how emotional he was and the raw emotion he had in Atlanta. And I'm sure everybody's seen the picture. If you haven't, you've been living underneath a rock. It was a picture from like the upper deck of the Dodgers dugout, and Freddie's sitting back on the bench, which I'm not gonna lie, he did that in Atlanta all the time too. Anyway, and all the Dodgers are up on the railing looking over out into the field.
Yeah, and Freddie's just leaning back, chilling.
He looks depressed, and he is depressed. That is because his agent allegedly, we can't really say definitively here, did not even mention to Freddie the Braves' final offer that they offered him, which ended up being, I think it was 5 years, $140 million, is what I read. And Freddie ended up taking a 6-year, I think, $140 million offer from the Dodgers. After the Braves, of course, traded for Matt Olson. But a lot of drama has gone on with this. Like something on Twitter, like Jared Carabas, he's a former Barstool guy. And now he's basically the baseball fella for DraftKings.
Yeah.
He was so anti-Freddie after the whole weekend. And he was like, I don't understand why everybody's just loving Freddie right now. This is ridiculous. But after the report came out from Doug Gottlieb that Casey Close did not mention anything to Freddie about this offer, he's even become well, I'm Team Freddie now because that's a low blow, And people are like, Freddie doesn't look happy in L.A. because he's not. He wanted to be in Atlanta, and then once he came to Atlanta, he had to sit down with Anthopoulos, the GM, undoubtedly, and he told him Atlanta's side of the story and how they tried, but the agent just didn't want because he's a selfish jerk, undoubtedly. So a lot of drama has came out with that, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon because today the former agent Casey Close came out and, of course, said that the Braves are just out to get him. They're fabricating all these stories because we really care about this agent, and how we're going to affect his money. We probably honestly are because he is representing Dansby Swanson, who is the Braves shortstop right now and who's having a career year, batting like 300 right now, and is going to be an all-star. And he's going to be a free agent at the end of this year. So, yeah, he's probably trying to save some face here with that, but like I saw somebody tweet out today, a guy I follow that is like a Braves fan as well. He's like, if Dansby keeps Casey Close as his agent, we're probably screwed in getting him. We're probably not going to get him. So that's scary to think of because he's right, because so much with contract negotiations, especially in baseball, goes so heavily through agents. And that agent's have a lot to say.
It's not going to affect that.
Clay's actually optimistic here. I'm not. I'm kind of pessimistic.
Dansby's not going anywhere.
I hope not. But
I try to look at it the other way. I mean, if I'm a Dodgers teammate right now, I mean, is this guy in it?
it's
Like,
like-
I mean, is he got, you know?
They've already had a sit down with him.
Absolutely.
It's
you have
like
to.
you got your hot prom date,
That's
and then
right.
when you get to the prom,
Yeah.
she's crying over her ex-boyfriend.
That's exactly right.
Oh, what
That's
kind
exactly
of crap
what
is
it is.
this?
Yeah. So, I mean,
I'm trying to get down, you know?
They're jealous of that relationship, you know.
Who wouldn't be?
I mean, I don't blame him.
I mean,
I would be
He's wearing
pissed.
Dodgers blue.
If you're the skipper of the Dodgers, I mean, can I trust this guy here in the playoff situation? Is he thinking about us winning our World Series?
And
or
dude,
is he...
think if you're a teammate, I'm telling Freddie, like, dude, I don't want to see you freaking crying anymore. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Let's freaking go. Let's go win, you know.
Go win you another World Series, man.
And the thing is about him, he is the absolute he's a professional. He really is. And I
He's
think,
a family man, too, and I think that's...
I think they'll see this now because he's done with Atlanta. Only time that he's going to see us again this year is if they play us in the playoffs, which is probably going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It always happens.
And
you know,
I mean, he was emotional. Wait to the playoffs.
I know.
I mean, can you?
I know.
So I think it can be a little bit of a strategy for the Braves. Every time he gets up there, let's just stand up and give him up. Yeah. Make him be crying if he's swinging the bat with 2 outs.
Well, it didn't matter because he's still going to rake, dude.
Oh, dude, they could play "I Will Always Love You"
Yeah.
by Whitney Houston when he walks up to the bat. Yeah?
No doubt.
Easy tearjerker.
Yeah,
about to say something.
this whole situation is going to be interesting because at some point, like one of these sides is going to have proof, and then that this offer was sent out, and then the other one's going to be looking like a really terrible person. Like,
and I remember what I was going to say. I'll tell you this: if this was the NBA right now, Freddie would be a Brave again somehow. Because that's how the NBA operates. A superstar gets upset and they go and cry to the GM. They just fold.
well, yeah, but in the
trade
MLB,
them.
you get hundreds of millions of guaranteed money.
It don't matter.
That matters.
That's how it goes, though. So if this is the NBA, Freddie Freeman would be a Brave
Giancarlo
as
Stanton.
of Monday.
Something we haven't
Giancarlo
mentioned.
Stanton
What about him?
signed his multi-million-dollar deal with the Marlins, traded him the next year with like 6 years, and it's still going in New York. What about that?
That's how the Marlins do, though, man. Marlins.
That's the Marlins, so you can't take into account the Marlins.
They traded off an entire World Series winning team. They
don't
won the
care.
World Series. We're done.
They've traded off so many
Let's make
dudes
some
that
money.
became all-stars and freaking...
Build a new stadium and
We'll see, the Red Sox got to get a return out of that.
Red Sox to the Dodgers. I mean, those are two big market teams that could have paid each other. One wanted out. He wanted to go the other place. That happened.
Okay,
he was a year off of the MVP.
You can't name any more, though.
But I just named
NBA
two
it
that are
happens
pretty big.
all the time. KD's about to do it. Kyrie's going to do it. LeBron's
It's
done
just
it.
not
Kyrie's got 1
AD's
year
done
left on his
it.
deal.
You know,
It-
it happens all the time.
Well,
NBA
but
players
hey,
have more power.
I just got another.
yeah,
I'm worried about some more crap with
but-
Freddie. What
but-
are we doing?
But I mean,
Don't yell.
NBA's, you don't get a contract past 4 or 5 years, really. I mean, MLB, they're giving these 8 years. Now, I mean, so I mean, it's
NBA
Juan
is
Soto's
not
about to
Yeah.
sign a 13-year deal for like 400 and what was it, 25 million is rumored.
Yeah,
He's about to sign
MLB's
something
got
insane.
by far the stupidest.
Yeah, I agree.
all-season
I wish we had caps.
contracts, salary caps, everything. I hate the way that baseball is ran.
Yep.
And I'll take the NBA's model every day of the week.
And guys, one thing we haven't mentioned is that Matt Olson is freaking killing it.
Yeah, and
I
I
mean,
feel bad for
he
him,
set
too.
he set the franchise record for doubles before the All-Star break, and we're still 18 games out.
Yeah,
So
the day
all
that
he does
Freddie-
is show up and hit the ball.
The day that Freddie fires his agent, he goes and hits 2 homers for us to beat the Phillies. Like,
Yeah, and I was glad. I'm so glad the schedule laid out that way where after the Dodgers at home, we went on the road
and let's be honest,
to
dude.
get him away from all that crap because I feel bad.
Let's
for
be
him.
honest. For the future, the Braves, Olson is the better move.
We're set up better for the future,
Yeah.
yeah. But as a Braves fan, it
You're
hurts.
right.
It hurts,
Yeah,
you
no
know?
doubt.
I don't even care anymore.
I mean, I don't care deep down, but it pisses me off still that
I think we have to close the window.
Freddie didn't make the.
Yeah, I mean,
Freddie
at some
didn't make the
point,
decision.
at some point, you just have to say, "Oh well, you're gone."
Yeah, I mean, it is. I'm to that point.
I've been through it with the NBA.
Yeah,
Like, it's,
but I've never
it
been
happens.
through something like this. You know, Chipper stayed around. Brian McCann came back after he went bag chasing.
Freddie will.
Freddie will come back.
Freddie's going to finish.
His
his
last
You'll
year will
welcome
be
him
there.
with
Yeah.
open arms, just like I will.
Absolutely, like I did Brian McCann.
At the age of
you know?
39 or 38, he's still going to be a above average hitter.
Absolutely, he's going to play DH for
Yeah,
us.
he can come hit the ball
For sure.
Or no, he might be a
I
better
don't know.
fielder than Olsen.
He takes care of his body pretty well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. So
Yeah, that's enough about Freddie Freeman.
a little more drama
Absolutely.
Peyton, you want to talk?
For a little
We'll talk a little bit about the USC UCLA shakeup.
Man, what's crazy is all of a sudden we get everybody on the phone gets the notifications this morning that they're in talks of leaving, and then by 5 o'clock this afternoon it's official. Like, I mean, that has to be the fastest ever to get done like that.
And the only thing that's holding them back is their TV contract.
That's right, and I think that's what makes going to 2024 is.
But still, that's quicker than the
Texas Oklahoma, which is 2025, but they're projecting 2024, and they're even.
And you got to feel like that plays into it.
Yeah, it does. It does, in the buyouts and all that. I feel like we're going to the mega conferences. I mean, obviously, I got a feeling the SEC's got their next play already.
And we never did actually announce what exactly happened. So tell them.
USC and UCLA.
I totally thought you were talking about the NBA. I'm not gonna lie.
USC and UCLA are going to the Big Ten, and which is in a way weird.
It's very.
I mean,
because you think Midwest or Central.
Well, I mean, you
United
think of
States.
UCLA going to go play in Rutgers.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a tweet a while ago. They said you can get from Rutgers to Iceland in the same amount of time as UCLA can get to Rutgers.
I saw was like, imagine USC going to Northwestern on a Saturday in November, and it's snowing.
Yeah.
What are the USC boys going to be doing? Like,
sucking it up. And I hope they do.
Columbus, Ohio.
But hey, as y'all were talking about the UFC, I was kind of diving in Twitter. It looks like, I mean, it's not official, that they have put their name in the hat that Oregon and Washington are trying to make the move now too.
Yeah, I've seen
ridiculous,
so,
man.
And then you got to think
Clemson's coming in SEC.
Clemson and like Florida State.
Okay. Well, here
Dabo might not want that.
Here's your question. I have a question for y'all, and this we could go on for this one for a while. Which of these 4 team groups would you want to join? Rather have that join the SEC? All right, we got Clemson, Florida State, Miami, Virginia Tech, or Clemson, Florida State, North Carolina, and Duke.
Isn't that bad? Are we talking about
basketball?
All sports?
All sports. Which group there? Out of Group 1 is Clemson, Florida State, Miami, and Virginia Tech.
I'd rather have that one football wise.
And Group 2 is Clemson, Florida State, North Carolina, and Duke.
Give me the last one.
I think that one, yeah.
I'm not even a big basketball guy, but golly, that would be nuts.
I think it's that
Duke would walk
Duke at LSU.
There's that
Duke
much
would walk through that.
There's that much difference in North Carolina Duke basketball compared to Virginia Tech Miami, but there isn't that much difference between Virginia Tech Miami and North Carolina Duke football. Like, Miami has the big money, but they're not really successful.
They're not competitive. Yeah.
Well,
and North Carolina and Duke put out decent players every year, you know.
What I would think would
can't focus down there.
Yeah. They just signed. They got like a $9 million NIL.
I think it was 11.
I know he turned down
11.
He turned down 11 from Florida.
Florida, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. To go 9, but
so he's going to have $9 million.
More than Trevor Lawrence
as soon as he graduates high school.
Yes.
More than Trevor
in
Lawrence
Miami.
Pick.
Yes, in Miami.
So you got a 18-year-old with $9 million in Miami.
He's going to get an STD. I'll say it. I'll say it out loud.
But back to the conferences, I feel like the Pac-12 screwed the pooch here, because to me, it made more sense. Okay, Texas, Oklahoma, Belton, go in there in the Big 12 and go get you your teams that are sitting there. The Oklahoma State,
Baylor,
Baylor
was it.
Well, there's been a lot of controversy with the Baylor deal because of it being a private, quote unquote, Christian school. Yeah. And then the California
TCU
stuff,
like that, right?
Exactly. So there has been some, but I mean, man, they could have got Texas Tech.
They had a prostitution rink a couple years ago in Baylor. They can't claim Christianity anymore.
That's right. But I mean, the Pac-12 is sitting here exploding, and I'm like, man, they could have had that whole.
They need to call Tech. Tech will join.
Heck yeah,
We've played California before. We've played Hawaii.
That's right.
Call up Sonny Dykes. He'll get us the hookup.
Yeah,
he's still got connections out there.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I kind of thought we was going to 4 mega conferences. But, I mean, if you're talking UCLA, USC, Oregon, and Washington going to the Big Ten, the Pac-12's done.
It's North versus South, basically, now.
And say Arizona State, and Colorado go to the Big 12. The Big 12 just lost their 2 juggernauts.
Yeah.
I mean, so they're done. So
Who's gonna step up there? Oklahoma State?
I mean, exactly.
Baylor?
So where's I mean, obviously the ACC schools
I got this.
will fit in the SEC and be fine. I mean, like that, I could see that happening, but I don't know how you're going. Some of these schools are going to be lost. They're going to be left. The TCUs of the world are going to be stuck in some of these Group of 5 schools conferences. That's what's going to happen because they're going to get
Conference USA.
Yeah, I mean, the American Conference might just be.
I mean, Tech's looking for moves.
No,
Yeah, I think it's good for Tech.
We're about to play freaking Jacksonville State.
They might get
So,
invited to
I
the
mean,
Big 12
what do y'all
now,
guys
Let's
think?
go.
Are we going to get, okay, say you get the SEC and I know Sankey's got a move up his sleeve next. I mean, he
ain't going to be outdone by
No,
the Big
he's
Ten.
not going to be outdone by the Big Ten.
Only name that would make sense is if Notre Dame took off the Independents or Clemson.
They're going,
Notre Dame would be Big Ten.
They're going Big Ten, absolutely.
I mean, regions don't matter.
Well, no, I mean, obviously.
But
Areas don't
still
matter.
I mean,
But I mean, South Bend playing in Baton Rouge, like that don't.
no.
Clemson will happen.
USC playing in New Jersey doesn't match either.
I saw a tweet.
They're in the Legends.
His tweets
of Big Ten or
says
whatever.
Pac-12 is in
They got
talks
to have
with the
1-1.
University of Phoenix.
Grand Canyon University's up next.
I mean, Lincoln Riley just went from the Big 12 to the Pac-12 to the Big 10 in about a 7-8 month cycle here now.
He's just so scared of that SEC, ain't he?
That's right. But I mean, I just don't know. Say you get SEC. Say they go get 4 or 5 more teams, and the Big 10 collects Oregon, Washington. Okay, so are those conferences playing for one championship, and all the others are playing for another championship? I mean, something's going to have to give.
Something's got to change.
Because
for football.
Because there's going to be 2
football,
and 2.
Absolutely. I mean, because that's what everybody's talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have North,
you could sit here.
South, Clemson, Notre Dame. That's all you're going to have.
Yeah. So
And
I mean,
then the sprinkle in of a wild card like Baylor, maybe they have a good defensive year, or Louisville.
Well,
if they
you've
get
got a
somebody.
couple teams that are kind of on the outside that like could make that jump, like a Cincinnati. Like that they've had the years.
they're knocking on the door.
And
Yeah.
they're
And Florida
almost
State's desperate to win.
They're almost big enough that they could make that jump into a Big
A
10 or
UCF.
something. UCF. I mean, I think they're the biggest university in the nation.
Third biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they've got the money and everything.
That's right. They got it.
championship a couple years.
Yeah,
ago.
they're national champs. So
Like 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Easy. So I mean, I don't know where we're heading with this.
Nobody knows.
No, I mean, but
Yes.
I mean, I just obviously these. I mean, they said I saw a while ago that the AD for UCLA is still not talked to the Big Pac-12 commissioner yet. I mean, so like, are we really getting this?
And really, what's it going to matter? It's still going to be Bama. It's still going to be Georgia.
In the end, you're still having your 4 or 5 schools.
Yeah.
Ohio State.
I mean, this is.
It's just going to matter who plays during the year.
And don't
It's going to make it more fun during the season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's going to do.
And don't tell me you're doing this for betterment of the school. It's like the people tell me that Leah's doing it betterment for the golf. No, it's for the freaking money.
Yep.
And it's for the football. I mean, it's all it's about. Yep. I mean, the basketball's not going to change any.
Now, Indiana at UCLA at 10:30 Central Time. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Pac-12 after dark. Or Big Ten after dark, I guess.
Big Ten after dark, I guess.
I didn't even think about that aspect of
the time zones. Dude,
I didn't even think about
can you imagine?
Weather. Rutgers is on the East Coast.
I mean, they're on the farthest East Coast as you can get.
I thought about traveling, but I didn't think about time.
No, the time situation. Imagine UCLA fan.
Imagine USC playing a 11 o'clock game, our time, so noon o'clock, a 12 o'clock game, New Jersey time.
So
that'd be
9
8 a.m.
9 a.m.
There's more than 3 hours.
It's 3.
It's 3. I thought there was a mountain.
3 across. Yeah, there is.
3 across.
East, Central, Mountain, West.
Oh, I ain't good at that.
We an hour and east from us.
I watch Pacific games. Maybe 2 games a year.
That is true. That is true.
So
that's 9 a.m. So that's them getting out on the field to get stretched at 7:30.
Oh, but the thing about that, it's they will be different sides. So that'll be one every 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's not going to be that big of a deal. Once a year, they're going to have to prepare for it. Oh, well.
Still insane. Or what if they have to go to Pennsylvania?
But you know,
that's the East Coast.
No, but they'll be on the
Penn
left
State,
ones where they'll
Maryland,
have to go central.
Penn State,
Maryland, and Rutgers are all over there by themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they're as far as
it's going to be a difference, but still.
But the one thing college is going to lose in all this, and this what to me makes college athletics, is rivalries.
Yep.
You take Oregon State away, taking Washington State away. I know that's not big for us, but for those states,
they'll keep the games probably.
But it's going to be hard.
I don't know
I
don't know if you're going to be able to.
Because you're going to have so many conference.
You're going to have so many conference games. You're not going to have many non-conference games anymore. I mean, the SEC is about to go to 9. I mean, there's no reason why they're not.
I just saw they scheduled Tech for like 2025. I think LSU did.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not you're going to be able to, and they're not going to want to schedule that game after you're going through a 10-game schedule, against the Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State,
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're going to lose a lot of those rivalries, man, that have been going on forever.
It's all about the money.
That's all it was.
And speaking of money, there's a whole lot of money changing hands right now in the NBA.
Man. Yeah, and just before we get into that, I want to talk about just how crazy the NBA is with their money and the cap jumps that they make. So the 2024, they're about to get a new TV deal. It's going to be kind of like what happened in 2016 when the NBA cap jumped from $70 million to $94 million, which is a 32% bump. They're about to sign a new TV deal that'll go into effect for 2024. So that free agency is going to be insane. The cap's supposed to jump from $123 million to $180 million.
So
how important was that Golden State
jump?
Championship.
They said that that Golden State having extra home games from losing games and stuff and winning the championship,
best case scenario.
They said that it boosted the cap this year by $1 million itself.
Wow.
And that's literally what the Warriors do. They make that much money.
That's insane.
Yeah, so whenever you look at these contracts this year and you see a Jalen Brunson getting 4 years, $104 million. So you're like, that's $26 million a year.
That's gonna be chump change in a couple of years.
When it's $180 in 2 years and he's got 2 years left of that,
you remember
that crazy.
when they bumped the cap the last time and Timofey Mozgov,
4 years, $64 million.
Yeah,
so
he got
a
huge deal.
Yeah, that was the year Draymond went to free agency.
That's hilarious.
And we all thought he was leaving.
Thought he was going to Detroit.
Yep. But yeah, so
it's a bad signing for the Knicks.
Who? Brunson? I think so too.
I don't think he's the man. I don't.
He's just a name.
He's a good 2 or 3. You put him beside a Luka like he was last year. He wasn't. All the attention wasn't toward him.
Yeah.
The Knicks. Who's going to give him backcourt help? Derrick Rose. Really?
They're supposedly supposed to sign R.J. Barrett to a extension at some point soon. But
so that's the thing.
What does he do?
Exactly.
They're looking at R.J. to be filling the Luka role. Is what I'm thinking. And let him play off of him. That's what it's going to be. It's RJ's offense.
Well, their team is about to be Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, Jalen Brunson,
Ty Gibson still, huh?
no one Tibbs. He'll find a way to keep him.
I saw where I think actually a team was interested in Gibbs. So somehow I don't know why they're still.
He was out the league for a year or two ago. Somehow now he's back.
The freaking the Heat sent their guys to Udonis Haslam's house for a meeting today.
I saw that. Yes.
Is he re-signing to be a player?
They're trying to talk him into it.
A person, yes.
They sent their guys there to talk him into it.
Yes.
Why would you want an assistant coach to take up a player spot? 'Cause that's all he is.
I really don't know. You can ask the Warriors whenever we sign Iggy in about a week. So it's about to happen. So yeah,
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal.
He's apparently all about the money.
5
Straight
years,
cash,
$251 million.
Or maybe he really likes his kid's school.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to reach kids, man.
Yeah.
Winning's not important.
Obviously not.
I really don't understand that. He's 29 years old.
In the prime.
So
this was his last contract. Major contract.
So you got to think if that's going to be something that lasts, though. Is he going to be there for all 5? Or in
feels like that's what they said the last time he signed a contract.
Yeah,
he must love that city. He's got to be doing something off the court that's holding.
He's been rumored to be a Laker for the past 3 years.
Rumored to be a Warrior.
Rumored to be a lot of Heat.
Anything.
I
think people want him out of there more than he wants out of there. But I respect it, honestly. Yeah, he's not going to go chase a ring. He's probably never going to get a ring. He might not ever make the conference finals. But still, he's doing the different route, which doesn't really happen. So you got to respect him a little bit for it, for at least trying to make a change at a franchise. But man,
it's rare.
Yeah,
extremely rare.
JaVale McGee signed with the Mavericks.
Yeah,
I mean,
3 years, $20 million.
Another name that's kind
and
of.
Supposedly he said that he's going to be the starter at center. So I don't know what that means for Christian Wood. I mean, maybe they're going to try for Wood at 4.
Can't you go Wood at 4 though? I think you could do that.
Yeah, but what's the lineup look like with Luka, Wood, McGee, Tim Hardaway, Bullock?
With Brunson, I don't really know who they're.
Dinwiddie's still there.
I know, but
really, how much difference is there in Dinwiddie and Brunson? There ain't that much. Dinwiddie's a solid player.
Yeah, Brunson could give you a little more, I think, than Dinwiddie could.
But for probably half the money.
Yeah.
Didn't Dinwiddie blow up in one of those games in the playoffs for like 30?
Yes,
their
he
closeout
did.
game against the Suns. He had like 30, I think, yeah. But yeah, the Mavericks, I really don't understand what's happening there. They're supposedly not going after KD and Kyrie, but if I was them, man, like what does it hurt to at least try?
Oh, absolutely.
You've got to have another score.
They've got contracts like Tim Hardaway Jr. I believe has like $18 million a year. Dinwiddie's like $15 million. Like those guys and 5 draft picks, it's at least worth a shot.
Yeah.
So some other guys, Anthony Simons, he signed his big rookie extension, 4 years, $100 million. That's something that I expect Jordan Poole to sign sometime in the future. Hopefully this offseason. Tyus Jones was a pretty big signing. I thought he was going to try to go somewhere like low level, be a starter, but he instead went back to Memphis, 2 years, $30 million. So that's pretty big. But I think the big news today isn't even a free agency signing. It's Kevin Durant.
Absolutely.
Who I asked in one of the podcasts, y'all think he moves? Y'all, no way, no way.
No shot.
Well, I think I don't think he ever was, but when he saw Kyrie opt into that, I think he's done.
I can't play with this guy.
Okay, I know. Yeah, there's no way.
Other person,
but they're the reason. I heard they're the reason they were at Brooklyn. That they wanted to be together.
They wanted to play together so badly.
Like,
Kyrie took off for the January 6th riots. He said he was emotionally distraught by that. Took the game off. I didn't know that. I heard that on Fox this morning.
Like, he was also looking up the Earth that day.
Hold
on, I gotta do some research.
I gotta travel.
Hold on, Steve. I gotta do some research.
Their situation's definitely unique. But there's
Kyrie is unique.
Well, there's reports that KD and Kyrie want to play together still. They just don't want to play in Brooklyn.
Why not? That was the destination. Like,
well, I think KD's just seeing that not everyone's Steph Curry, and
the fact that the NBA is just stupid.
KD's just
the stars.
Hey, KD, just come to Noah. Come on down. We'll trade BI and some future first round picks for you. Come on down.
And with that being said,
CJ and Zion,
if he wants his own franchise, he wants his team, he wants to be the guy. Why not? There's a ton of teams with young talent. Mm-hmm. Why not go be the guy, be the senior leadership in the locker room, run the team like you want it, and try to win a championship that way?
Because he's gonna to get to that team, he's about to get rid of all that talent to be there. The Nets are gonna require a lot in the trade.
They're going to want a significant player. They're going to want draft picks. And they're going to probably want another role type player is what they're going to
Supposedly they're wanting an all-star level player.
Brandon Ingram.
3+ first-round draft picks.
Got those.
And pick swaps for the other years. Because in the NBA you can't do every.
We got pick swaps. We got first pick round. We got second. We'll give them a third round pick. I mean, they don't have that, but
we can put their name on the court.
That's right. I'm telling you.
Put the name on the court.
And then Clay would be sitting there because I argued a couple weeks ago. I said Clay, they're a 5 seed next year. But if that happens, the Warriors, they're knocking on the Warriors' door at that 2-3 seed.
This is going to get spicy.
It is going to be fun.
All I know is the Warriors. they caused this. We run the league. I know that. People are just. We win a championship. Everyone goes scrambling. We're back.
But according to Draymond, would have never won those two championships when KD was there. Though those 2 millions.
Yeah, and that's something that I've tried to avoid because I don't think he's wrong. And
he's definitely not wrong.
I think we could
Finals
have won,
MVP, both of them.
We could have won with he shouldn't have won the 2018 one. That should have been Steph. Steph had one bad game and was leading scorer in the other 3. I think,
but KD did a little more on both sides of 4. Well,
who's the one getting double teamed? Steph. KD makes the shots that are made because Steph has 2 people on him 40 feet from the goal. Like that's what made that offense so special is because Steph was drawing the attention.
Who's got the championship away from the other guy though?
Who's got 2 of them away from the other guy? Steph Curry. Yeah,
that is correct.
But Curry didn't win the first Finals MVP,
and
right?
that's the stupidest thing.
Thank God.
Freaking Iggy Iguodala.
Your boy,
I love Iggy.
The other AI.
Yeah, I saw someone today. They said, "What would the league be doing right now if the Warriors lost round 2 to the Grizzlies? Like, would this be happening?"
Mm-mm.
Or did the Warriors winning and putting
the
themselves
league
back into the thing, into the picture of the NBA, and knowing what we have coming up, did that really just change everyone? And I think, man, it's a conversation that can be had, but there's just nothing like the NBA.
So
offseason.
what are his top destinations?
KD?
Yeah.
Supposedly it's the Suns
and the Heat.
And the Heat.
But the Suns is out now.
The Heat's not happening.
The Suns, they can offer their best package would be something like DeAndre Ayton, Miles Bridges, not Miles Bridges, he's in prison. Michael Bridges.
I'm about to say wrong one. Yeah.
So is Arizona a tax-free state? State tax?
I don't even know
because Florida is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
Well, and once you think Pat Riley, he's going to try anything to freaking make his team better.
But they don't fit. They'd have to give up Kyle Lowry probably.
It would be something like Kyle Lowry
and Hero,
Duncan Robinson,
Dang, Hero too,
and then 3 or 4
have to have
picks.
both because that Hero would be the young guy that they would want, the young future star.
Oh, and Max Strus will probably get thrown in there sometime.
Does KD go there though without?
No,
without
Butler.
Hero?
He still have Jimmy Butler.
He'd have Butler.
You got Butler and Bam.
That'd be
a
large team.
But I feel like I know he came off the bench as a 6th man, but I just feel like Hero is key to their success. Is your one big key?
I'm not a big Hero guy. I think his name kind of carries a little more weight than what he's played.
He had a good bubble.
Yeah,
which was big.
Yeah, he hasn't
done much since.
No.
And Duncan Robinson's one of the most unique cases in the league. Really, I think he's on a 4-year, $64 million deal.
And then they weren't playing him in the playoffs.
He was a DNP. Yeah, he just sat on
and
the
I'm
bench.
and I'm sitting there watching and I'm screaming, why is Duncan Robinson not playing?
He's a heck of a shooter.
I mean,
but he's that bad at defense that they just would rather not play him. We'd rather play a Max Strus who no one even knows where you came from.
No, that's right.
Is that the other white fella?
They've got 5 guys, man.
Why are white tees always fellas? we had an inside joke about that on the last 5. White fellas.
But so some of the big free agencies, I guess, that are available, since there really hasn't been much change.
There hasn't, because there was a couple guys that I wanted Mo Bamba for the Pelicans. I thought they could get him for a pretty good deal. He went back to Orlando for some weird reason. That team is just.
I mean, really the biggest contract that's to a new team. I mean, JaVale McGee, and then PJ Tucker.
PJ's a big move. That's big.
How old is he?
He's 37, and they gave him 3 years, $33 million.
But man, when I watch him this year, he's the same style player as he'd been 10 years ago. He hasn't slowed down any. He's still playing
at that corner 3.
He still hit the corner 3, and he was still guarding all 5 positions.
Yeah,
I mean, he still has it.
So
now
he might be getting $11 million as a 40-year-old.
That's right.
That's
now, I don't think he'll be playing much when he gets to that 40 mark, but that's a good move there. I mean,
and which that last year would hit with that cap jump, so it wouldn't look as bad.
Won't be as bad.
$11 million would be a 10th man on your team.
That's right. Clay, give us a list of some guys that are still out there. That
so DeAndre Ayton's the big name. I think he's the what happens here.
Phoenix don't let him go. There's no way.
I think they're going to be in a position where they have to keep him.
They have to.
But
who they going to get?
Is he going to be happy?
You give him $200-something million, he's going to be happy.
Or is he going to be upset, and then they try to trade him somewhere, get some different pieces for him?
I mean, if he goes to Detroit, that'd be really interesting, by the way.
Yeah, I think the Jalen Duran.
Because I love Ivy and I like Currington. I like what Detroit's building up there.
Yeah, I think Detroit's
I think Ivy's probably. I wasn't here for Sunday. I hate that because I was ready for that draft show. I think Ivy's going to be a star.
That's my favorite player in the draft.
Yeah, I love Ivy a lot.
They re-signed Marvin Bagley today.
Hey, Duke legend.
So if Ayton leaves Phoenix, you go. There's any big man you bring in is not going to bring the same skill level that Ayton's got. Because none of them can shoot like him. That's where he separates himself from the ones that are available.
I mean, he's a good rebounder.
Yeah.
And he can.
I mean, Looney,
he can make stuff happen down
Mitchell
low.
Robinson, like those would be good fits for Phoenix and would go well with those teams, but they're not bringing what he's bringing.
Yeah, I mean, there's names: Andre Drummond, Yusuf Nurkic. He's not bad.
No, Drummond. I'm talking about Drummond now.
Yeah, Drummond. Yeah, I mean, he'd get the rebounds.
Time to go house, Drummond.
But at some point, if you're Phoenix, you think, is Booker and Ayton going to be the two guys that I build around? Or do I try to get someone that's a little bit smaller than Ayton, more versatile, that fits the league, the way that the NBA is
going towards?
So do they improve this time next year, or are they worse?
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Phoenix is like a play-in team next year.
Yeah,
I think.
Decline to CP3.
We know the Pelicans are going to be a 3 seed.
No, 5 seed. I said 5
seed.
I said,
and the
now
Warriors,
KD comes, they're 2 or 3.
The Warriors are going to go 75-7 next year.
Well, we're running the league. Yeah.
They're going to go 75-7 and go undefeated in the playoffs.
We're going to. Steph might not play 60 regular season games next year. We're going to rest a lot. But we got we're so deep, strength in numbers. We have the young guys that are going to lead the way.
Clay's going to hope the Pelicans are the 4 seed because the Warriors don't want to see them second round.
Hey, last time that happened, I went to the game. I watched KD kill the Pelicans.
They sure did.
But yeah,
give me some more guys there, Clay. That's
Mitchell Robinson. We talked about before the pod.
Miles Bridges. He's
playing. He's for the longest yard.
Yeah.
He was in the gym today.
Yeah.
So
which gym? The prison gym
they call it the rec, Clay. They call it the yard.
The yard.
Yeah, they call it the yard.
Yeah.
No,
it's got a fence around it. A tall fence.
With men with guns.
There's a fellow with a rifle over there.
Yeah.
There's a white fellow over there with a rifle.
With a mustache and some aviator shit.
That's really
Zach LaVine.
Yeah, it was a profile.
I don't really see him leaving Chicago.
Man,
I don't know where he can go.
I know because what he's going to cost, but he could be an interesting piece on a team though.
I think Portland was the spot you could kind of see
but just
Simons.
There's no way they're going to afford LaVine.
LaVine, yeah. I think it's Chicago or nowhere for him. There's really nowhere else for him to.
Chicago or retire? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to join the Junkyard League with Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges.
Yeah, he's recruiting him. Kemba Walker's an interesting piece.
Oh,
I forget about
the knees are gone.
I think he'll go to somewhere like L.A.
He's probably going to go to the Clippers. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see him being able to come off the bench for the Clippers.
Or LeBron convincing him to
or
come
LeBron
to
go to the Lakers. Yeah. Kemba's shot, though. I mean,
didn't he try to get him a couple years ago?
Oh, Andre Drummond is finalizing a deal with the Chicago Bulls.
Oh.
There we go.
So he's going to come off the bench for Vucevic.
Yeah, which they need to get rid of Vooch. They need to get rid of a lot of their players. Who else do we have? Carmelo Anthony. He'll probably be a Laker again. But all the Warriors are out there, the big ones at least.
What about the Grizz? I mean, I guess they don't have. I really thought they'd try to go get them like a good veteran.
Oh, Tyus Jones pretty much took everything they had.
Yeah.
Well, and a little bit of Grizzly news. Jaren Jackson Jr. Underwent surgery today for I think some type of foot issue maybe or a stress fracture somewhere.
That's the only reason they lost.
I forgot what. He wouldn't even hurt them.
4 to 6 months.
4 to 6 months. Yeah, that's pretty big.
So that's into the season, ain't it?
They said that they expect him to be ready.
He'll be ready by All-Star.
When do they start? Halloweenish.
I think by All-Stars is when they'll probably try to start.
Yeah, and with him being young and
I mean that team's not. They're going to win.
They're going to win games.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe a little bit more Kenny Lofton. He might get a little chance to
that.
jump up and play a little bit. Yeah.
He's quite NBA ready.
Yeah. Shoot a little bit.
He can dunk.
Yeah, he can dunk. Yeah,
I think he can fit there. I really do. But so the Warriors guys, you got Gary Payton II, who knows what's even happening with that.
I've been seeing some Pels talk with him. That could be interesting.
If he leaves the Warriors, I'll be surprised.
But
you said that about Juan as well.
Well, the Warriors chose for him to leave. That means
has to hurt your heart.
Yeah, it hurts. I wanted Juan really bad. Juan Toscano Anderson.
I would like Peyton a lot on the Pels. I think.
But do you need him when you have Alvarado and Herb Jones?
Alvarado's undersized though, man. Peyton brings you 6'3" frame. Alvarado's 5. I mean, he's not even 5'10". I don't think.
Yeah, but how many of them guys?
And
that
Gary
are just,
Gary can shoot a little bit. Alvarado's not a shooter. So
you don't need to trust on Gary to be a little bit.
I'm not saying trust in being a shooter, but
he's a heck of a cutter.
Yeah.
Now him and Zion on the cuts, that might be pretty dang good. But Gary's going to be a Warrior. I'll be shocked if he's not. Same with Kevon Looney. Those two guys just represent the Warriors culture more than probably anyone.
They do, and I agree with that. I just think somebody's going to be dumb and throw stupid money out to Looney, and it's going to be interesting.
And if they do, oh well. I congratulate him. I'd be happy for him if he gets that money. He deserves it. He's taken pay cuts to come back and help us out. Like last year, he probably could have got a little bit more than he did, but he got, I think it was 1 year for $5 million, and he came back, won the ring, played every single game, and. Yeah, if he goes, I still love him. Otto Porter, he's the last, I guess, puzzle piece for the Warriors.
That's another guy that I think a good contending team could had a little cash stored on the side they would throw out to him.
The big name was the Lakers, but they signed Lonnie Walker.
They signed Lonnie Walker, so
he used all of their mid-level exception. So that's
and he brings you a little younger too, a little more athleticism.
How old is he? About 22, 23?
Yeah.
Walker.
He wasn't a 4-year guy at Miami.
No, he was a
1 or 2.
I think it was a 2-year.
But he didn't make it through his whole contract in San Antonio. They declined his option.
They were high on him on draft night, man.
Yeah.
His hair was high on draft
night. Well, you're right there too.
And what people are saying about the whole Lakers situation, like they got him, they got Greg Brown Jr., they got there was one more name they signed today. I forget who it was, but it's like 3 guys that they're younger, they're athletic, but they're not experienced.
Yeah.
So they're not getting the Bazemores, the Carmelos, Dwight Howards, like the guys like that are just old and vets, but they're also not getting
unknowns.
Yeah. So you might get a little more athleticism and energy to your team, but is that going to help you come April, come May? Or is LeBron just going to ship these guys out in February? Probably that. But, NBA, it never stops. I'm sure I'll be up all night looking at this.
I will be refreshing my Twitter page for sure.
Guys, we can go Clay and Peyton can go as deep as you want to go.
I can go 10 minutes on one.
If you want to know more about that, just let us know. And we'll give them their own episode and they can just talk.
We could have fun with that, Clay. I would love that, Clay.
The next couple episodes, I'm sure this is going to be our main topic.
It's going to be continuous.
Yeah. Because,
absolutely.
I mean, the KD situation's not getting.
That's not going to be quickly resolved.
Well, and when the KD situation happens, and then the domino effect. I mean, that's
and I just still don't see Westbrook being a Laker. So I think something's going to happen.
Something's happened there.
Well, they do though. They cut him.
They ain't going to come. They're going to trade him.
They're going to trade Houston of the world who's trying to get one more year of a good draft pick type team is going to go just say, we'll eat that contract, for a year or two, and then
if they eat the contract, they're going to be getting picks to compensate that.
That's right. It's exactly right. So I mean, they're
maybe like a San Antonio.
Yeah, or Orlando.
He's going to get dumped somewhere.
I mean, to be honest with you, I could see Orlando being a good fit for him.
Yeah,
they got some pieces there.
We could send like Markelle Fultz to
that's right,
and the Lakers or something.
Yeah,
I'd be able to play triple-double basketball, let him drive.
Yeah, and that's something I heard. I forget who it was. It was either Richard Jefferson
when he's best. Or
it might have been Chris Broussard on the radio. They were like, "Yeah, Westbrook, he's not a great leader or a star of a team, but the thing you can't deny the man of, he's going to go out there, he's going to play 110%
every game,
and." Whenever you need him to just be that guy, he'll keep you in a game. Mm-hmm. Them last 2 or 3 years in Oklahoma City, when he was getting them triple doubles and they were the 8th seed, he was literally making their teams win. and he's still got a little bit of that in him, I think. So yeah, if you send him to even Washington,
he probably makes Orlando. He makes Orlando a playoff, an 8-9 play-in type team.
Yeah,
I mean, I could see them being, because
the East is so weird.
The East is so weird. Now you
different every year.
Well, because you mean the start of Brooklyn. I mean, they just went from being a playoff team to not. I mean, so I could see Orlando slipping in there if he goes down there. They add another little piece with him. I mean, you never know. I mean, the East.
Well, and I think a big part of the East we can talk about DeJounte Murray.
Yeah,
the Spurs pretty much went full tank.
Wow,
and sent him out for no reason. They got 3 first-round picks for that, and Danilo Gallinari, who they have cut, and he'll be signing with some type of contender soon.
I think somebody said Boston.
Yeah, Boston, and I think there's another team, maybe Philly or somebody that's been talking to him.
Yeah, Philly.
Yeah, I mean Gallinari, he'll give you 10 minutes and throw up a couple threes.
He's the guy. He's the guy you want to keep the legs fresh for playoffs because he could get hot for you. Hit you about 4 or 5 threes in a game.
And whenever I saw the name, I was like, "Oh, it's the Spurs getting an international white guy. What do you know?" But, so I thought,
cut him.
I thought Pop was going to make him the star of the team or something, but no. And that DeJounte Murray, Trae Young backcourt, that's going to be very interesting. And for Atlanta to not get rid of John Collins by doing that, man, that
was huge. I just knew they had to get rid of him to make that trade.
But that right there
tells you what the Spurs are doing.
Yeah.
The Spurs are going for the big guy from France.
Like you said,
I
get
forget his
Westbrook
name.
and get that contract. And
another big white. Oh, he's not.
No.
White.
Yeah,
he played against
Kenneth
Lofton.
Yeah, and dominated him. Kenny posted him up. Yeah. He's Victor Wembanyama or something. Yeah.
It's like an M.
It's like 7'3", 7'10" wingspan.
Jesus.
People were really comparing it to the Robinson era whenever they got to Duncan. When Robinson got hurt, they went like 20-62, got Duncan. The rest is history. And one last thing before we switch from the NBA. Probably my favorite signing of the day is Joe Ingles to the Bucks.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
It happened. His wife announced it.
He did. Yeah. Joe Ingles.
What kind of contract was it, Glade?
1 year, $6 million. So it's pretty much low risk, really high reward, I think.
He'll fit that team perfect.
Yeah, I mean he's a good guy.
I like watching him play.
Wow, I do too.
It's like an old white fella in an open gym playing basketball.
Got the ball at the bottom on top of the head. I mean,
hit that corner 3.
He kind of has the little
beer gut.
A little beer gut. Yeah, he's got the dad bod going on.
He tore his ACL, I believe, in like December or January last year.
Yeah.
And the Jazz let him go just because of cap reasons, pretty much. It saved them money to send him off to Portland.
Dude, crazy fact about Mr. Ingles. We were born on the same day.
Hey.
There we go.
How about that?
You're the same age?
Yeah, exact same
That's
age.
cool. We are twins.
But yeah, Ingles, he's a guy. He can really bring some shooting to your team.
He's 6'7", though.
6'8".
6'8".
Yeah, I'm not even 5'8". No, I'm not.
He brings
5'7".
He brings
on
a
a good day.
playmaker ability off the bench.
And good off the court guy.
Can get you
Everyone
20.
loves him.
Can get you 25 a night if you need him. 25. Every now and then if you need it.
Yeah, and I think that he fits kind of the Bucks mold that they're looking for. Just a couple guys that can go out there, provide some spacing for Giannis.
Wow,
and
He'd be a good mentor for Grayson
pick up
Allen.
the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean that's my favorite signing. I love
Mine
Joe
too.
Ingles.
He is also the all-time Jazz leader in three-pointers made.
Yeah, and
How about
he
that?
probably didn't play there, but 7 years, maybe 6 years. It ain't been long.
It's just because Stockton.
And they re-signed Bobby Portis. The Bucks did.
And Javon Carter, who is
West Virginia
really good.
He re-signed with them.
And Wesley Matthews, I believe. Let me see.
Yeah, Wesley Matthews signed.
Yeah, Wesley Matthews.
Okay.
So who's got the best nickname out of the guys we mentioned? I'm going to go with Russell Westbrook. I like that one the most. He doesn't like it because he says it's bad for his legacy.
Yeah, Skip Bayless is.
It's true.
Y'all talking about my kids, my legacy. When you call me Westbrook.
So we're ready for this draft?
Let's go.
Man. Let's see if I can draw a card that's not the worst one for the first time.
We'll let you go first, Kyle. Control it.
All right, let's see. Okay.
All
I
right.
got Kyle sucking.
You got my number?
I've got the last pick.
Well, I got ace.
Chance cheated again.
I want the fourth pick.
All right.
Ooh, I'm going to go first.
All right, Kyle wants,
Who's writing
wants
this
good
down?
stuff.
You writing it down?
So, Peyton, what did you want? 2 or 3?
I guess 2. I mean,
All right, I'll take 3. So, do y'all have a good list of nicknames?
No.
well, I did for the 35. When we went draft on us, I had to.
Well, we might have different ones.
No, I got some different ones.
I've got a list of 20.
Because Chaz was saying, man, we do the Dirty 5, we might have all the same ones. I'm like, I don't know. I got a couple golfer names here. I don't feel like anybody's going to have on this.
Well, Chance, do you have any UFC?
I do have a couple.
Okay,
UFC.
yeah. The Korean Zombie, I saw that earlier. That's
I don't
hilarious.
like the Korean Zombie. He sucks.
Thug Rose.
The Notorious.
God, I love Thug Rose. I love
Thug
Daniel
Nasty.
Cormier saying Thug Rose.
Yeah.
Thug Rose. Yeah,
Thug
I love
Nasty,
that.
Bryce Mitchell from Searcy, Arkansas.
Yeah. So, yeah,
who has number 1 pick, Kyle?
Are we doing 5 picks? You want to do it 5?
Yeah,
we'll
do
do
5.
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Well, I got to go something that's
It's number 1, man.
That's number 1. It's got to be synonymous with, culture, pop culture, and it may not be y'all's number 1.
We can kind of talk about what we're drafting here. So we're not doing abbreviations.
Yeah.
Or
it's like Shaq is off the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're just shortening the name, then we're not going to.
Allen Iverson is not AI.
Yeah. You can't do initials.
Right.
Yeah. MJ, like something like that. No.
That's right.
So we're doing something that's not even a part of their name yet they're known for it. So.
Well, their name can be in it.
Yeah, their name can be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it can't be right. It's just not a shortened version of their name. It might have. It needs another word to go with their name.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think there's one that is a clear cut.
And also, guys,
I don't think I'm gonna take it. I think I know what you're going for.
Also,
we'll see.
We do allow, for instance, Penny Hardaway. Penny's
if they go by that name and it's not on the birth certificate, I'm okay.
I think that's what makes a nickname that good.
Exactly.
That people don't even realize that's not his real name. That's
Tiger.
Exactly right. It's Tiger. Yeah.
All right, let's go before we say too
but
many.
yeah, I got to keep it, OG, and I got to go Air Jordan.
There we go.
Sorry, I didn't think you were going there.
I wasn't going to,
I didn't
but
think you're going.
I got to thinking. I was like,
got his own
because
brand,
my Dirty 5 that wasn't even my number 1. But like now that we're doing a draft, I feel like I got to pick the best.
Yeah,
I got to go
you
Air
think that's
Jordan.
the best nickname ever?
Well, I think I know where
apparel.
I know where the number 2 pick is going to go now, and that may be the best nickname ever. But dude, I mean, like kids are wearing Air Jordans. Just walk. I mean,
Yeah.
Clothes,
it's culture.
apparel. Yeah, I mean, it's its own. Yeah, it's exactly.
See,
right.
I've associated MJ to MJ more than Air Jordan.
Yeah.
and I think that's because we grew up past it.
Yeah. See, during the time
but
he called that.
He was Air Jordan.
So like people would refer to him as that. Air
I've heard
Jordan?
Chase refer to him
His
as
airness, Air Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
but
was-
you
it
think
was
of
a big
Space Jam. You think of
Now what y'all hear him as though is the GOAT.
Yeah, the GOAT or MJ.
Yeah, that's right.
But and it's also I don't know how many billions Air Jordan's worth.
Yeah,
it's
true.
a lot.
True.
So
No, that's
Air Jordan. That's
respectable.
going to start it off. Peyton, you are next, brother.
I mean, it's after you took that one, it made
Yes.
mine easy. It's probably the most known athlete in the world. You could argue is Tiger.
right.
Eldrick Woods, as his birth certificate
He's
says.
one of the 2 I would think would be.
I mean, it's
And I'll take
it's
the
Tiger.
next one.
I debated taking Tiger, but
Because I mean, he's
there's 2.
yeah.
I mean,
I forgot about Tiger for a second.
yeah, Tiger's. Yeah, he's by far the I mean, he's.
He's Tiger.
Yeah, he's Tiger.
He's Tiger.
When somebody says Tiger, they think of
He's an
him.
animal.
They think of golf.
Yeah.
I mean, like
And
it's
if you ask them what's his real name,
no, I
Tiger.
guarantee you, yeah, exactly, Tiger. So that made it easy for me at number 2.
Well, I'm gonna go Magic.
Magic.
that's a good.
That, I mean, and if there's ever been a name that's more fitting for a person, like, yeah, Tiger's called Tiger, but that really doesn't go with his play almost, But Magic,
he created magic.
like watching Magic play.
I don't know, Tiger. I think Tiger does. I mean, he's aggressive.
prowl.
He's on the prowl.
Yeah,
on
but
Sunday.
in
I mean,
golf,
and
like
every-
He's aggressive. He gives the fist. I don't know, man.
It's hard to
Magic-
compare a Tiger to the game of golf.
yeah, that's what I'm
I see what
saying.
you're saying.
I get what you mean. Yeah,
And Magic being on the court, and you watch him, and if you're watching Magic Johnson's highlights, you don't know his name, and they're like, "What's that guy's name?" And someone says Magic.
Yeah.
You're like, "Okay,
That's
I
fitting.
love
Right.
Magic. There's a scene from it may have been the Bulls what was the name of their
The
Last Dance? But he was talking about like passing the ball off. Like he's like, that's from the Dream Team documentary. Yeah, okay, the Dream Team. Yeah, but he's talking about himself making a pass, and he does the.
He's talking about the legendary scrimmage. That happened.
and
that's one of my favorite sports documentaries ever.
Yeah.
Which that's something we got to do.
And I regret, I regret that he got sick and I couldn't remember much of his play.
There's no telling, dude. No telling. But hey, that was a great victory for him.
Yeah. Heck yeah, best of his life. All right, Chance. You wanted that back in.
I wanted the back in.
Don't do no stupid favoritism picks.
I'm not.
He drafts from the heart.
I think there's one obvious one here.
You aren't gonna like this one. Probably.
He's gonna do something stupid.
He hate me.
Okay. Yeah.
That would have been Ty's first pick.
He hate me. That's what
I love that.
Yeah, he hate me's great.
I think Ty might have hate me. I think he might have had a he hate me jersey.
What's wrong with that, man? It's legendary.
Yeah, it's legendary.
It's legendary.
It is. Yeah.
He hate me himself, not so much.
His baby mama's new man hate him. He hate me. I mean, what are we doing? Like, that's clear first round.
That's a first rounder, huh?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
You could have had him in the 5th. But
I'm taking something better. I'm taking from the heart in the 5th. That's the greatest nickname of all time. It's hilarious. It was on his jersey.
It was on his jersey.
It was on his jersey. Okay.
Do you need to explain this to anybody? I mean, does everybody know?
It was from the XFL when Vince McMahon created it.
Dude, you were like a little fella.
Rod or something.
I've only seen it because of the history of the XFL. 30 for 30 they had.
So you never actually watched He Hate Me?
Nah, I saw it on that. I was like, dude, that's awesome. But he was talking about how people would talk about and be like, yeah, he hate me. You know? I think his name's Rod Woods. Is that right?
Rod Smart.
Rod Smart. So he hate me.
That's funny.
It's awesome. I think it was number 23 talking about sports numbers. So, yeah, Rod Smart. He hate me.
That's hilarious, though.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be Ty's pick.
Oh, and this one would probably be a tie pick as well. For the first pick of the second round, I got to go white chocolate.
Dang it, man!
I got white chocolate.
Ty had that jersey as well.
Great pick, man.
That was Ty in middle school, right?
I watched Ty put one off the top of the backboard, like the tippy top.
West Brick.
Yeah.
White chocolate. Jason Williams,
Dude,
number 55.
The best. The Kings. That's right.
He got the nickname White Chocolate because should I really go into that?
I guess I don't know the story.
Well, it's because
he's telling about this white fellow.
It's a white fella
It's got to be a fella.
A white fella that could play basketball as good as the stereotypical basketball player. So they called him. He's white chocolate out here.
Okay,
that's right.
I thought there was something deep about.
Oh no, it's completely stereotypical.
His handles like.
It's unreal. It's the best handles of all time.
He brought Iverson. Every once in a while, you'll see street ball represented in the NBA.
I mean, he looked like an and one guy out there playing.
And he kind of was right around that time. Yeah, and one.
Man, I don't know my next pick.
It's tougher than it sounds.
It's obvious.
I don't know.
Oh man, I got it.
White chocolate was up there.
White chocolate was. I was going that second round actually.
I love that he hate me so much.
He hate me was not on my list, but I knew exactly.
It would have been there because these. Yeah,
I knew exactly what you're talking about.
Immediately, he talked about this yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, I got to put he hate me on here." I put it in my notes so I wouldn't forget.
He hate me number one.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, I'm caught between wanting to do something that's like a little bit less known, but I think it's just awesome.
Golden State.
No.
He said he was going to take 30. I was like, you can't do
that. Game 6 Clay is not. It's not going to happen in this draft.
I do know a good Golden State nickname that
I've got one that I'm probably going to take later. So I think this time I'm just going to go kind of just stereotypical. I'm going to go Black Mamba.
Yeah,
that's respectable.
Love Kobe, and I almost wanted to take another type of Mamba, but I'm not going to take.
We can talk about that after a while.
Yeah,
there's variations of the Mamba. There's White Mamba, Brian Scalabrine, Celtics legend.
Red Mamba.
Yeah, there's Red Mamba, Matt Bonner from the Spurs.
Kobe gave all the people his blessing.
I mean, Kobe had that. I mean, the Black Mamba.
He gave the white fellas.
Well, I mean,
the white fellas.
But with that name though, you got Mamba mentality,
And
which is a
talking
whole
about,
thing.
Yeah,
now.
talking about another name that fits the play style of a player.
Oh, it's
like,
And it's an entire mindset now.
yeah,
You have entrepreneurs
It's
saying
everything.
Mamba
Mamba
mentality.
mentality.
Yeah, it's
and it's
big.
branded everywhere. Peyton's over here drinking his body armor.
That's
I
right.
mean, Mamba.
Ooh, I had the Mamba mentality one the other day. That's
Oh,
strawberry
yeah?
grape. Not as bad as I was expecting. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's not my favorite.
It's not blue raspberry
That's
or
right.
blackout
That's
berries.
exactly
man.
right,
It's,
yeah.
There's a whole other tier.
It's I'll
I
gladly
want Body
take.
Arms to sponsor.
Yeah, hey, I would
Black
love
Mamba.
Body Armor sponsors.
We need coconut water. Like that's what I'm doing.
Dude, I would love some coconut water right about now.
I'll go to my fridge. I got a couple.
Also, White Mamba is my PlayStation gamer tag. So that's a little
Dude,
bit.
watching Scalabrini cook that high school kid on the internet.
Yeah.
That was
Scalabrini,
awesome.
he's a name that so many people don't really know, but he's just like a legend amongst
Is he Notre
NBA
Dame?
fans.
Who you got?
Notre Dame.
No, that's Luke Herringody. I know
Same
exactly
guy.
what you're talking
Same
about.
person.
But Scalabrini, he's I think he's the
He works with the
commentator
Celtics.
for the Celtics now,
Yeah.
or something like that, for like Yes Network or something. So yeah, Black Mamba is what I'm going with, though, not White Mamba.
Okay, well, that made my. I really can't believe it's there. Primetime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the one that.
Coach Prime.
No, I was gonna take it next.
Yeah,
prime time, man. That's good.
Primetime, Coach.
good.
Dion, man. I mean,
We might have to go longer than 5 rounds. There's some names I want to.
yeah.
These are I got a lot. We'll see how we do.
Yeah, let's see what we do when we go to 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, enough said about primetime.
Prime
I
time,
mean,
yeah.
And dude, if y'all are younger, but like, if you could have like seen that cat play,
Yeah, I wish.
in his prime. I mean, it really was. Now I hated him as a Saints fan.
Even though Dion's a freaking cool name too, that just feels like a good ball player. Like
Yes.
here in
It's
Dion,
prime,
but
man.
prime time, like,
Primetime, man.
I mean, he
I wish
created
I
an
could've
entire
seen-
persona.
I wish
in
I could have
college.
seen the two-sport athlete.
Yeah,
Him
God,
playing
yeah.
baseball and football at the same time.
Yeah, the
Another
Braves
30,
thing was only
right?
his. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Speaking of like cards, baseball
They
cards,
paint him very bad.
there's a card that I want, and it's him, and it's primetime ×2, and it's a baseball card, but it's him in an Atlanta uniform and then in a Falcons uniform, which I hate the Falcons, but it's a cool card.
So cool, I bet.
But anyways,
hey, he had them good Falcons jerseys that I drafted in the 35 of today. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, by the way, you still see kids wearing the headbands around their necks.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
And look what impact he's had on college football just by coaching.
Oh, wow. Unreal.
I wonder
He's got some. That's some
if
crazy
he would have
stuff,
came
man.
out
But
in
he's not
today's
playing
world and
No,
played.
it's crazy, huh?
I wonder what he'd have done in today's world, like with the social media and stuff.
Oh my god!
Dude, there's no telling.
And NIL.
Oh my god.
He might have been one of the most famous athletes.
Well,
in
and
the
just
world.
I guess the ability for someone to do the two-way thing.
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't know. He might have not been able to turn prime time off. He might have needed that rest. You know.
Could you imagine him if he had a
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, the dude ran a 40 and ran into his limousine and left the combine.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the man speaks now
There's a
at
whole other level of
Jackson,
swagger.
at Jackson State in the press, and if the press conference on, I stop and listen to him.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
he's,
he's a
Barstool
Barstool
sports guy.
He never did any movies that I know of, but he could easily be an actor as well.
oh yeah,
And he seems like a good guy, too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Like,
he's got
he's
a
a-
loud mouth, but he seems like a good
He has a
cared-
lot of like Christian values that
He
he
does.
implements to his program. I
yeah,
believe.
and he cares for those kids, man. You can tell.
Yeah,
Good pick
Dion,
there.
that's
That was going to be my
prime
pick,
time,
Yeah.
baby.
but I got to snake it here. So I gotta go with another iconic nickname, and that's going to be Pistol Pete.
Wow.
Gotta
Gotta
go
I
with
thought
the
that was.
pistol.
I didn't think nobody. Man.
Oh, dude, Pistol Pete's up there. Man.
Oh gosh, absolutely.
But greatest college basketball player of all time from the state's own LSU.
Better
Really,
than Shaq?
oh, dude, have you
absolutely.
seen Pistol's numbers?
No, I know. I just
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
yes.
Going.
only averaged 44 a game
Yeah, just for
Oh, he was playing against
with no 3-point.
I
line.
mean,
I was gonna say with no
he
three-point
was
line.
he was the original white chocolate.
Yes.
The
Playing
dude's
against a lot of
handles
white
were
fellas.
insane.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of white fellows, but a lot of brothers will attribute some of their handles and their inspiration to watching him play. But I'm
He
gonna
was playing
snake it.
before Texas Western, huh?
Do what?
Was he playing before the Texas Western
Before the
team?
color barrier
Yeah,
got
pretty,
broke?
pretty much. No, he ain't that.
No, he's not that old. He's not that old.
He's like 60s.
The next one, See, this is where we get into, like, this isn't going to be my number one pick.
Are we
but
doing,
Well, it's not your number
is
one
it just
pick.
basketball and
No.
No, we do
I've
it all
gotta
sports.
go.
Yeah, but so far we
Nope, the Tiger.
We're
Yeah.
widespread in sports, huh?
I gotta go. I gotta go with another goat, another iconic nickname, and that's Sweetness, Walter Payton.
Yeah, see, that's one I looked at. I just didn't add it to my list.
Too much before.
It's ageism, man.
I mean, I don't think of that name just never really with Walter.
See, I've
we're
seen it.
kind of
I know we're young.
We're kind of young
on that.
too, but
I mean, there's some iconic.
but
older
guys,
names
have
that-
y'all ever sat and watched any of his,
unreal.
his
I
highlights?
watched the '85 Bears documentary.
And watching him run,
30 for 30.
it
30
makes
for 30. Yeah,
it-
we got to do that soon. We got to do it.
it makes sense when you see the guy run. And look, I'm a Barry Sanders as the greatest running back of all time person. I'll argue that over Jim Brown.
Yeah, definitely.
And Sweetness. But when you watch the cat run, you know, it wasn't just that he was martyred because, you know, he had liver disease. It was like he was that good. Could have played in today's game. Big back.
Yeah.
Big back.
He had a good body.
He had speed. He had athleticism. He had balance.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nickname that I know, but
Yeah, I just don't think about it. When I think of Walter Payton, I think of Walter Payton Man of the Year award and how his name is so large because of that.
Absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
Shout out Matt.
but I respect it.
Because my boy Matt's gonna enjoy that pick there.
Oh man, God, you took my pistol feet one. Oh, I think I'm gonna go. And obviously, we didn't watch him growing up, but it's that name that, you know, to be honest with you, I didn't know what his real name was growing up. Is Dr. J.
Yep.
Julius Erving. I
There
mean,
we
that's
go.
all they call him is Dr. J. I mean, you never hear Julius Erving much, you know. That is one of the nicknames that
And
I've always.
like you hear people called the doctor all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but the doctor, when you think of a sports nickname, you say Doc, like it's Dr. J.
Dr. J. That's right.
man. So I've done two two basketballs.
I know what he's doing.
I don't know if I want to keep going onto the basketball range or not. I want to go a little bit out.
Go ahead and do it.
I really don't know because there's basketball names that I think are
what if
better.
Peyton picks it?
Or if I pick it.
Well, you want me to go Honey Badger?
That's what I was expecting.
Okay, I'll go Honey
He
Badger.
wasn't making it back to you. I was going to take it.
I'll go Honey Badger.
I was going to take it.
Yeah.
My favorite football player of all time. So, and
Who in the world?
want to talk about the Braves?
We just did a trade with a guy I've never heard of.
It'll be all right.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, Honey Badger, and probably the third on my list they all are synonymous with their play. Like Magic, Black Mamba, and Honey Badger. They all just
That wasn't on my list just because I hadn't thought about it. But like, dude, that's definitely the greatest LSU nickname. Well, Pistol Pete's right there, but
Yeah.
I mean, like when that came about, like there was T-shirts all. You go to
Everywhere.
LSU game, there's
I mean,
T-shirts.
I had one.
and then he did his hair with it. I mean, with the
Yeah.
hair and everything. Like,
And then there was that-
kids across
it became
the
a persona.
state
That
were doing
viral video is freaking hilarious, though.
I mean, arguably could have probably won the Heisman.
it. Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So-
God, and if he was there that next year,
Oh, if he was there that next year. Yeah. No.
love.
Hey, dude, we
Tyron,
got to
though.
get some
Love him.
Saints Honey Badger shirts like ASAP.
Absolutely.
And hey, maybe that needs to be some merch that we need to do.
Yeah.
That and White Fella.
The white fellas.
The White Fella, he's getting measured. He's like 5'9" or 5'10".
with a lunch pail in his hand.
Quick route
and
runner.
a playbook.
Maybe
It's an iPad. He's
Maybe
watching
me and
film
Clay
on
could
it.
do an NBA podcast. We call it the White Fellas.
Yeah, talking ball. It's $1 million idea.
He's got like the mid part with a headband, and then he's got a mustache.
or the douchebag haircut, the spiked up hair through the middle.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
no
thinking
offense to
like
anybody.
white New Balances or the Nike
with a
Monarchs.
dad
No,
bod.
he's definitely Adidas.
Converse.
Definitely Adidas.
Converse.
Or it's about the Monarchs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The dad shoes that are covered in grass.
I mean, you get better at grilling just by having them. All right.
All right, so it's my turn.
Yep,
Your turn.
It's the
twice.
third round.
it is.
Well, no, yeah.
Yeah, he's the last pick.
For you,
of the
it
third.
is.
That's
Third
right.
and fourth.
We're gonna have to go more than 5.
I'm going to go here. It's going to be a kind of surprising pick, probably.
No.
I'm going to go with the great one, Wayne Gretzky.
Oh. Yeah.
How can you not respect that pick? He's called the great one.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's a top tier.
And I mean, there's no other. obviously we're not big hockey guys here, but there's
you
not
knew
even
who I was
anybody.
talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
You
And
know,
there's
that-
nobody.
Y'all weren't around to watch him play.
Is he the only athlete in the sport that has nobody to compare him to? I mean, even MJ, LeBron gets
You got
compared
Sidney
to.
Crosby now, but he's
even
kinda going down
Brady
some.
of Montana.
Brady with Montana.
Yeah. He is the great one, you know.
So-
and soccer's got all these different people.
That's
like,
right.
Well, Ronaldo and Messi,
and then the
Taylor,
other Argentinian guy.
crap like that.
I mean, you've never heard anybody try to compare it to Gretzky ever.
He's the great one.
Good pick. That was. And will be the only hockey pick on the list.
Yes.
Well, I think Mario Lemieux had a Super Mario nickname.
Or if you do Sid the Kid or something like that.
Yeah.
No, there's a different The Kid.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on now. This is. I guess we got to start going Homer picks now.
Here comes
Do
Chipper.
y'all want to go more?
No, I'm gonna save it for later, dude. Why are you doing that, Kyle? I'm gonna save it for later. Don't have to take it now.
You don't have
do
to.
y'all
Is he
wanna
on
go-
your list?
Is he? I'm wearing a Braves hat sitting there. I'm
do y'all
snaking
want to
too.
go more than 5?
Dude, I got one that I would love
Yeah,
to
I
take.
can't-
Well, we'll
That
throw a
nobody
6 on there. We'll throw a 6 on there.
Let's do a 6.
So that way you don't have to go Homer right now.
6 for the boys.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I mean, there's some names that I've.
Since Rayleigh's and Ty's not here, let's do 6. You know, that'll work.
Yeah, let's do 6. So you don't have to go as Homer right now if you don't want to.
All right. Well, I think this is a cool nickname, Mr. October.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I hate the Yankees, but that's an awesome nickname. I mean, they dedicated a whole month to Reggie Jackson.
Another 30 for 30. And
I've
another
never
great
seen
TV
that.
show.
I have seen that 30.
The Bronx is Burning.
Oh, dude, I love The Bronx is Burning. I don't think y'all probably heard
No.
that, have you? That was like one of the first ever things ESPN did, like
was an
movie-wise,
ESPN
but it
Films
became
thing.
it became a TV show, and it was talking about the Yankee season. You ever heard of the Son of Sam, the killer dude up there? It was about the Yankee season while that was happening, and they made it into like a cinematic version of it.
We're gonna have to
It's
go.
kind of like a. It's kind of like a.
I got it on DVD up here.
It was like a crime. It was type of a crime show, but like sports based. It was really cool.
Yeah, dude, it was so good. But yeah, Reggie Jackson,
I knew you were gonna pick Chipper right there. I would have bet money.
Who was
on
your
that.
last pick?
the great one.
Okay, I forgot to write it down.
I didn't want to get in trouble for picking Chipper. He told me yesterday I couldn't pick Chipper. He's
No, I
like,
mean,
that's
you
not
can,
a thing.
You can do that later if you want.
You're wearing a freaking headband right
I mean,
now.
dude,
A Braves
Chipper. I mean, on his Hall of Fame plaque, he has quotation marks that says Chipper. It's a nickname.
Yeah.
You know. But
I mean,
it's okay.
you-
I'll
when
get
When
on
you
it.
get, when you get the quotations,
That's a nickname.
That's
It's a
qualifies as a
nickname. His
nickname.
name's Larry Wayne. Okay. Crap.
All right, Clay.
All right, cool.
Clay, go ahead.
So I've done 2 basketball, 1 football. I think I'm gonna save my baseball for later. I think I can get one of them in later. And you did the great one. I'm gonna do the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, talking about just he's the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
There's a whole song about it.
Yeah, there is, and he's someone that I didn't really appreciate, I guess, until he was gone. But he's got some fascinating stuff behind his life, and we went to the Muhammad Ali Museum in Louisville.
Yep.
And
Really cool
yeah,
stuff.
really.
I didn't
really
know that
cool.
was in Louisville. I'm going to go check that out.
Yeah, his
Really
hometown.
cool to see my brother.
Yeah, really cool stuff, and yeah,
You
the
need to
greatest.
go to the Louisville Slugger Museum too. See how baseball bats are
I've been
made.
wanting to do it.
Yeah,
Me
that's
and
awesome.
him spent like 3 hours in there. It was cool.
Yeah. So yeah, the greatest.
He was the greatest.
Yeah.
Peyton, who you got, brother?
Going back and forth on 2 here. I think I'm going to go. It's not really where I thought I'd go here, but
One for every sport.
and I do too.
That's pretty cool.
I know. I've got one for every sport, and I'm going between a football and a baseball, and I don't have a baseball, but I think it's going to be there when it comes back to me. And I actually think both of these will be. I'm going to go Megatron.
Nice.
I like it.
That's cool.
Almost
Yeah.
went there.
Yeah, man.
And fitting, too, man. Dude.
I mean, just a
he's a
freak,
freaking
man.
monster.
Just a freak. And you think of.
That's a big what if.
He was the only. Yeah,
The
it's
dude,
exactly what I was about
it's
to say.
exactly like Barry Sanders. He got inducted to
Yeah.
the Hall of Fame, and he looked like he could still be playing in the NFL.
He could. That's what Detroit
You know,
does. He sucks
it's
the
insane.
will out of you.
Matt Stafford made it out, but
Yeah, he did. Finally,
yeah,
makes
I think
it
his
out.
wife
wins a
made him do that.
championship.
I just wish Megatron would have went to one another team,
Any
just
other
to
team.
try.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Especially, well, I mean, yeah, especially he was in the era where I mean, people were doing that. I mean, a lot.
He's still got some in the tank. We can call him up.
We definitely could have called him up last year.
Yeah, he could be a red zone threat.
Andrew Luck.
Back when Barry was
Let's
playing.
call Andrew Luck tomorrow. I'd take him right now.
Andrew looks like he looks like
I've
he's been
seen
eating
him.
a
He's
vegan
gay,
diet.
If it's okay, I bet he can still sling it.
Y'all heard Joey? What's Joey's last name?
Cordelado?
No, not.
I say you just talk about him.
No, he's does impersonations. He's the
dude that
Joey,
Frank Caliendo.
But not Frank.
Joey Milano.
Used to work for
them. Yeah.
Most best Andrew Luck impersonator I've ever seen. It's
You got to be a mouth breather to do.
Dude, he did. I saw one the other morning. I was watching one of the shows I listened to in the morning. He did Andrew Luck talking to a 12U baseball coach.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck trying to get his son to get more playing time. And dude, it is gold, man.
Yeah.
It's a sneaky number one seed. I mean, Andrew Luck, that's awesome. But yeah.
All right. So with my fourth pick, I just keep going back to the greats, and actually, this was the number one on my list, and kind of because of maybe some implications it might have today to one of my favorite players. But I'm going to go with Joe Cool. Joe Montana, one of the greatest of all time. And I kind of like Joe Cool 2.0 now with Joey B. But, Joe Cool, I mean, when I was a kid, I had one of his books that I literally read. It's called The Art and Magic of Quarterbacking. And I didn't get to watch him a whole lot. I do vaguely remember him playing for the Chiefs. I remember, watching Young with the 49ers and him winning the Super Bowl and getting the monkey off of his back. And, Joe Montana is just one of those guys that, he kind of changed the game with that West Coast offense. And his accolades are obviously up there. But Joe Cool for sure is one of my favorite nicknames.
Good pick.
And, I got to snake back around.
So what do you have so far? You have basketball, football. And
I think because I've got just those two, and surprisingly I don't have a baseball. Yeah, I could go. I would go with Chipper, but he might lose it.
That's
no. I'm not gonna go Chipper. I'm gonna go with something different. I'm gonna go with my favorite mixed martial artist of all time, the Prodigy, BJ Penn.
Okay.
Listening to Bruce Buffer call out the Prodigy right after he's come out in that Hawaiian traditional music, and I got goosebumps. And then he's like the Prodigy, and BJ's pacing around the ring.
I just knew you were going to go Spider Silva there when you said your favorite fighter.
No, it's BJ. Guy? No.
You don't like Silva?
No, I didn't. I didn't mind him, but I wasn't crazy about him. Yeah. BJ, on the other hand, I liked. And
I wish I could have gotten into UFC whenever Silva was big, man. I would have loved that.
It was fun watching him, man. And Israel's the closest thing we've seen to as far as striking goes.
Yeah.
But BJ, man, he was just the kind of like an underdog every time he got in the ring, because he would fight. I mean, he fought Lyoto Machida at heavyweight when he was a lightweight, and held two different weight class titles, 170 and 155. Put people to sleep and would knock them out too. So yeah, the Prodigy, and he actually got the nickname because he won the World Jiu-Jitsu Championship only a few years after even starting jiu-jitsu, which was completely unheard of, and is still unheard of. And that's how he got that nickname.
This is where I've got so many names I want to talk about. Man, Peyton?
I've gone golf, football, basketball, football, and I think I'm going to go baseball. And I'm not in the MLB. I don't keep up with it like I used to when I was a younger kid. But, man, this guy, I watched every time he was on TV. I wanted to watch his game no matter who he played for. The big unit.
Yep.
Okay.
Randy Johnson. I mean, I just...
The man killed a bird with a fastball.
The bird. He killed the bird.
He didn't just kill it, he exploded.
I mean, the long hair, the just 6'10" frame, just nasty
looks
looking.
like he's coming straight of a trailer park.
I mean, throwing 100. I mean,
carried a six-pack to the mound with him.
That's right, man. The big unit is definitely one of my favorite baseball.
That dude was so good, man.
So good.
He gives a good. He gives a good interview too, man. I heard him on It was Rich Eisen or something, and he was hilarious.
His Hall of Fame speech was really good too. It's really
Yes,
good.
it was. I did. See
I
that.
watch him every year, especially with people like that, and his was really good.
I mean, that's what we grew up watching.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the man.
I mean, I saw him on the Diamondbacks. I didn't get to see him with
the
Mariners.
Dude, that Mariners team was so talented.
So talented.
My God, you think about the Hall of Famers.
I mean, that Diamondbacks team he had.
People forget about Edgar Martinez.
Mm-hmm. Edgar Martinez.
He finally got in, right?
I think he
passed one.
I think he finally got in.
Which he played his career as a DH.
Yeah, first ever career DH to get into the Hall of Fame.
That's how good your bat is.
Yep.
All right, Clay.
Man,
I know where he's going.
You don't, because I don't. See, I'm caught between the ones that I think are just no. I'm not doing HP. No, there's ones that I just
2 picks left though.
I know there's ones that I just like really like, but then there's ones that are just better and like more known. Man,
are we allowed to draft coaches?
Yeah, sports.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Bear Bryant, what are you doing?
I actually thought about that, but I couldn't make myself put an Alabama person on my. Yeah,
Coach
no way.
Blasphemous.
I couldn't. Yeah.
I don't know if I
I
want to.
can't believe nobody's gone one of them.
There's a baseball one that I really like.
The Judge.
What sport?
No.
Gosh.
Basketball.
All rise.
Let's do it. Big Poppy.
Okay. Draft with your heart.
Very, very good one. Yeah.
I had to.
Would Manny being Manny count as a nickname?
No. I mean, which I think his real name's Emmanuel or something,
Well,
probably.
that don't count.
So,
That's the
yeah.
same thing.
No, Big Poppy, that's probably my second favorite player of all time. I mean, I was a huge Red Sox fan growing up.
Dude, Big Poppy swings the most violent bat I've ever seen in my life. Like, and when he swings, he looks like he would take your head off. Yeah, literally, it would just pop off.
And just seeing him, hit pull a homer to the short porch in Boston.
Yeah, didn't have a chance.
Awesome.
It always was.
Love Big Poppy, and I think everyone does except for his drug
shot
the
him.
drug dealer in the Dominican. He was sleeping with the drug dealer's wife or something. Yeah, but he'll be all right.
It's okay.
She liked Big Poppy.
Yeah,
I like it when you call me Big Poppy.
Chance, what you got, brother? I know what one of them's going to be.
It's taking everything. I'm not taking Chipper.
So you got 2 left.
I feel bad now. I feel like I ruined it.
Well, no.
No, Clay ruined it.
Clay ruined it yesterday.
Yeah.
It's not that good of a nickname.
I mean, it's what you call him, though.
Yeah, but what's Chipper?
I get the fact that it's not really a nickname because it became his name, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like Tiger.
But Tiger's that's cool.
I'm
Chipper.
I'm gonna go.
He's shipping him out there on the baseball field.
Hey, he's Chipper. Chipper being Chipper.
That's a better golf name.
Yeah,
It's better than Larry.
It's a lot better than Larry Wayne. At least they didn't call him Junior. Okay, it could have been a lot worse. I'm gonna go with.
I mean, Junior's better than Chipper.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, dude! Now I'm thinking about another one.
There's 7.
I'm gonna go with the kid,
Yeah.
Oh,
Ken Griffey.
yeah.
And that was a late audible right there.
You never want to do El Abusador?
El Abusador? No, I don't want to start speaking Spanish on the pod.
Speaking of the big unit.
Just
El
say it one
Abusador de
time.
baseball.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, the kid, Ken Griffey Jr. I mean, he's the kid. That's all you can really say about it. I didn't get to see him being the kid, which sucks. I saw him as the old man.
Coolest
with the Reds.
baseball player ever.
The best.
Maybe one of the coolest athletes.
Most beautiful swing.
I mean, backwards hat.
Backwards
He
hat.
even got to play with the sleeveless jerseys.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
imagine if he would have played today.
Yeah, I mean,
he's Ronnie. He walked so today could run.
He got to play with his dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got to hit back-to-back home runs with his dad.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that Ronnie and Tatis swagger, but he did it when that wasn't really a thing.
Wasn't a thing, exactly.
And he had his own shoes.
Those are coming back. Well, they came back when I was in high school, which is a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, people still wear those shoes all the time.
And they have the path of his swing on it. It's so cool.
Most beautiful swing of all time, for sure.
Easily.
And look, kids try to emulate, or they did try to emulate that swing all the time, and all they would do is hit pop-ups.
Yes.
Because only the kid could do that.
He started the launch angle movement.
Yeah. He was launching them.
So
Last pick.
I would hate myself if I did not pick this name. And it's not Allen Iverson's nickname. It's going to be the Hefty Lefty.
Oh, you're going with that one.
Jared
The
Lorenzen.
Hefty
Rest in
Lefty.
peace.
That's the one you're choosing from.
I'm surprised people know him from that.
That's the one you're choosing?
I'm not picking. Are you going to pick the other one?
I mean, the Pillsbury throw boy. That might
Pillsbury
be
throw
better.
boy.
He could have had multiple.
The round mound of touchdown.
Can we just say all of his nicknames? I want all of
The
them.
sixth
that's
round
cheating.
belongs to Jared Lorenzen.
Yes.
Because, hold up, let me look up a list of nicknames. Because he has
There's
so many. But Hefty Lefty,
Pillsbury
Throw
Throw
Boy is
Boy may be my
hilarious.
favorite.
Yes.
BBQ, Big Beautiful Quarterback. Hold up. He ate me.
You should have capped it off with he ate
I
me.
didn't know that was one.
Do you want to switch it to that?
Your first and your last.
No, because the Hefty Lefty's legendary.
Mobile, agile, hostile, and hungry. The abominable throw man.
That's a good one too. I've heard that one.
Yeah, but the Pillsbury throw boy, that's
I like it, but the
hilarious.
Hefty Lefty.
Hefty
it
Lefty,
rhymes.
that just, yeah.
It rhymes. And it flows better.
Oh,
And I can
instead-
see somebody, a commentator.
Hey,
calling
and look,
that.
man, that cat at Kentucky was a killer.
Instead of J-Lo,
He's
J-Load.
got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a Super Bowl
Thanks
ring
to-
with the Giants.
Thanks to Eli.
R.I.P. to him.
Yeah, RP to him, but awesome nickname. And like I said,
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got the best collection of nicknames in sports.
I thought of two nicknames whenever we decided on this. I thought of He Hate Me and
And
the
then He
Hefty
Ate
Lefty.
Me. Yeah.
You know, I thought of that. So,
That's a good way to cap off your
Yeah.
team.
all right, moving on.
Clay?
Yeah, you see, that I almost picked him to pass like 4 rounds. Because he's
You
got
could have
so
picked
many.
a new
man.
one each round.
I really could have just done a Jerry Lorenzen team. So, yeah, you went a little comedy. I think we'll go something that's really funny, kind of, but it's also just freaking awesome. AK-47.
Yes.
Yes.
For Andre
Karolinko,
Talking about
Utah
scary
Jazz,
looking human.
quadruple double. I mean, he always had that chance of getting the quadruple double.
And what a freaking name.
I know.
AK-47.
Yep.
And talking about a guy that could shoot the ball, too. I mean, he was...
Man, he kind of fell apart late at his end career, man.
Yeah, but them Jazz teams with him, Mehmet Okur,
Okur,
Darren
Williams.
Williams. Dude, that was a
fun team.
man.
Carlos Boozer.
Carlos Boozer.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when I was first getting into like really watching the NBA. Besides,
Could never get over that peak. That just kind of like the other. Speaking of the mailman's team, you know, just always.
Those are great nicknames.
It's just
we
the
have,
Jazz.
too.
Yeah. Just the
Yeah,
Jazz.
AK-47 though, man.
Great name.
And especially
Absolutely.
him being Russian and everything as well.
Yeah.
Like it all just fits. It's just
you ever seen his
perfect.
back
does.
tattoo?
Yes.
Back tattoo is
Yes.
insane.
Yes, I have. Oh, man, my last one, and I got so many here. I would like to go with. I'm gonna go golf again, and
Well, I don't know another golf nickname.
I know one.
well,
There's only one other good one.
I got 3 written down here.
I'm gonna need a list of all those. I know Tiger.
And to me, this is one of the best ones there is, because just if you know him and you watched him play all growing up, you know, throughout his career, it's the Big Easy.
That's not what I was thinking of.
Ernie Els.
Okay.
I mean, just one of the best golf nicknames.
I thought you were going to go Golden Bear.
It was written down.
I thought
The Golden
that's where
Bear
you
was
were
written
going.
down.
Who's that?
Jack Nicklaus.
Okay.
That's the only other one I knew.
That's his logo.
I thought-
That's Jack's logo, the Golden Bear.
I thought Lefty would be on there too.
Lefty.
That,
I
okay.
had
He went
that.
live though.
I knew
so
that
he
one.
can't-
Yeah.
We're a PGA podcast here.
That's right, the PGA only. He's 6'4", just the smoothest, easiest swing you'll see on the tour.
Does he still play a little bit?
Oh, yeah, he played on the Champions Tour a lot. He had 70 wins in his career worldwide, 4 majors. I mean, just former #1 player.
Do we need to stretch this though?
I mean, I could go a couple more.
I have a lot more.
Yeah, I could.
Do we need to stretch?
I got another.
I could go 2 here.
I got another golf one that y'all.
I got like 15.
If I drop another golf one, y'all be like, who? But it is an awesome
That would give
name.
us 28, and then we'd
Yeah.
be closer to our normal 30.
Let's do that. Let's do it.
Sure. Let's
What's
do
our
it.
time?
It's gonna make my graphic look a little weirder, but it'll be all right. We're hour 47 right now.
Oh, well, we're done by the
yeah,
time.
let's,
good.
let's roll with it.
I'll cut us off by 2. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, so next up, I gotta go with one that I almost hate to, but like, because you can't say this name without thinking of the Beast Quake, but that's Beast Mode. The dude's name. I mean, and it fits And honestly, now that he's not running all over the Saints, I love the guy. I love his personality. He's entertaining. God, I'm so tired of them playing it on a loop.
NFL.
Well, let's think about a funnier moment when he drove the golf cart.
Yeah, Ghost ride the whip.
Well, let's just think about the funny time he did.
Dude, have you seen the Peyton's places?
Yeah.
Have you seen Peyton's places with him? Peyton's asking him, like, pregame rituals, and he's like, I take a shot. Shot and a half, maybe. And he's like, Peyton's like, what, Toradol? He's like, no, man, Hennessy. Hennessy?
That yak.
Where's the sense? Y'all got a bar over there? He's like, no, it's in my backpack. But yeah, beast mode.
Gotta take the edge off. He gets nervous.
A character. I think he's a national treasure. He must be protected at all costs.
Yeah,
so for sure. Everybody loves beast mode.
Who doesn't? Who exactly? Besides the Saints.
And he loves Skittles, man. Come on, I love Skittles too.
And I'm gonna finish off
before you get off of beast mode. Talking about like. Just another thing we could do, the Legion of Boom. That's a freaking awesome nickname.
Yeah,
I would have been okay with somebody going with that.
Yeah,
like that, and that's
a collective nickname.
Legion of Boom. That was synonymous for like years for just the Seahawks. Like just that entire team.
And honestly, I don't know if we could do that because that would open up a whole can of worms. Because we could go Dome Patrol, the Purple People Eaters,
like
Murderers Row,
Steel Curtain.
Yeah.
And then you get to like some basketball ones, like the Warriors. They were the Hamptons 5 for like the Warriors with the KD team, or even the Death lineup, stuff like that. Or just the big.
That may have to be its own draft.
Yeah, I mean stuff like that. That's awesome.
But I'm gonna cap it off, and I'm gonna go with a homer pick, and to me, my favorite Saints nickname of all time, guy right out of Hofstra, the Quiet Storm, Marcus Colston.
Okay.
Quiet Storm, man. I don't know. I dig that.
So underrated.
So underrated. Never made a Pro Bowl.
Is it not? That's a crime. It's a crime. A freaking crime.
And that's how much they hate the small market.
Yep.
And guys, I don't miss anything Saints. I watch interviews. I don't know if I've ever heard him talk. Like, never.
And that's why they call him Quiet Storm.
He never had press conferences.
I wish his number would have got retired. Which I know that's not a big thing.
I think it should have been too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wish, but a lot of it kind of plays a lot like him, so I'm okay with that.
It needs to be up there, though. I agree with that.
Especially given his story.
Him and Drew's numbers should be retired.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
He missed the Super Bowl, didn't he? He retired before that.
No,
he retired before the Super Bowl.
He was there, right? He had to have been.
Yeah, he was in the Super Bowl. Right?
He was?
Yeah.
Had to have been, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He probably retired like 2012.
Okay.
He was after that 11 team that probably should have won it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that I don't know why I dig that nickname. Maybe because I used to listen to the Quiet Storm on BT. I don't know, but yeah, I've always dug that name. And that wasn't on BT. That was on 100.1. Quiet Storm.
All right. So is this my last one here?
It is.
Yeah.
We're not going to extend it anymore.
You sure?
We got honorable mentions though.
Yeah.
Golly.
I'm definitely going Homer for my next pick.
I am too. I'm gonna piss you off with mine.
I want to go golf again because the one
at least say it.
Educate us.
Because I want, but I don't because his picture would be pretty funny on our.
What's John?
Does John Daly have any?
No.
Did you know there's a John Daly Jr.?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And he's freaking hilarious.
Did Peyton know?
Do you
plays at University of Arkansas.
Do you watch Good on YouTube?
A little bit, yeah.
Dude, they're gonna play him like soon.
Yeah, he plays at University of Arkansas.
I gotta watch.
That was the stupidest thing you've ever said.
He got an NIL deal from Hooters. Him and his dad are hooked up in front of Hooters when he signed his NIL deal.
He's never been more proud.
I mean, exactly.
Oh my God,
he's a player.
That's who you just asked. Do you know?
Well, I know. I didn't know he was a collegiate golfer.
Golly. Yeah, he just finished his freshman year at Arkansas. I think I'm going to go...
We go deep, y'all.
The refrigerator.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, William Perry himself, man. I remember growing up watching football, and my dad and my grandpa would be like, you need to go pull up and watch videos of the refrigerator. Yeah. When it got to the goal line, and they hand him the ball,
He scored in the Super Bowl, didn't he?
It was a Super Bowl?
Because there was some drama on that.
Yeah, he
the
did.
85
Fullback.
Bears, they gave him a touchdown instead of giving Walter Payton a touchdown. Because Walter Payton never scored in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing on there because people said Ditka didn't like him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, for sure. Because who was the quarterback? What's that?
Jim McMahon.
McMahon. He was on the shade. He was talking about how he was most pissed off about that happening. So
How about Mike Ditka having 1,000 yards as a rookie tight end back in the game?
way back,
Back in the
That's
day,
stupid.
man.
That was
That's
like
right.
an anomaly.
think about the fights he got in as a kid with that name.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody would want to fight him though.
He had to be a good fighter.
So I've got 7 left on my little guide list. 6 of them are basketball, and I'm not taking the baseball one.
the chosen one.
No,
You're not going LeBron.
no,
King.
that's a
King
good. I didn't
James.
even think of those though.
That's what I was talking
I
about
can't
earlier.
think
I
of
had
LeBron.
King James at the top of mine.
I'm
I
taking
didn't go.
it's one that
Blasphemous almost.
one of my favorite basketball players, just like personally, Swaggy P.
Yeah,
Swaggy P.
That's a good nickname.
He might be top 10 favorite.
I wish
players
I
for
would have
me.
come up with his nickname. You know.
Yeah, I mean Swaggy P. That I really don't understand it. His name's Nick Young. There's not a P in his name, but I don't really
That's a
understand
good point.
it. Yeah, but man, that's Swaggy P. You don't have to question him.
Maybe he had a previous nickname.
Would be him missing the three, right?
Absolutely.
What a crazy career he had, though. I mean,
NBA
Dude could
champion.
hoop, man.
he is an NBA
He could
champion.
hoop, though.
Shout out to
He
the
could
Warriors.
hoop,
I got to
man.
see him. We watched him when we went to that Pelicans playoff game.
Golly. Yeah.
Chance, how you gonna finish this off, man?
Clay's gonna get really upset.
Are you picking something I won't?
No,
Oh, you picking Chipper?
no.
Oh.
I'm going Coach 1K for Coach K.
What are we doing?
Oh, wow.
That's an abbreviation.
No, it's not. It's 1K for 1,000.
Clay's got to make the graphic.
That's a nickname. He called him that.
You don't want me to make this graphic.
I rescind my pick. I rescind my pick.
It would be him laying on the floor, balled up.
I rescind the pick
with
but
the
it had to
final
be
four in
mentioned.
parentheses.
That's a good point. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind. He's off. Look at my other list. I can't do Chipper. Just can't do it.
Do it. Do Connor.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the
I'm the
UFC
Conor
here.
guy. Yeah, give me the Notorious.
Yeah.
The Notorious Conor McGregor.
That's way better than Coach 1K.
He hates you so much. Man.
He hate me. He hate me.
He hate me. That's what Coach K be saying right now.
I would have loved to have made that graphic. Yeah.
That's all I was thinking about. He's making the graphic.
Not a good decision.
All right, so let's throw off some honorable mentions. Real
Here's
quick.
one. Robert Tractor Taylor.
Yeah,
Man.
that's a good one.
Back in the Hornets days.
Well, I remember
New
the
Orleans
Sixers,
Hornets,
the great time
man.
he was with them with AI.
No, I would sit there and watch on Cox Sports. The New Orleans
Yeah.
Hornets games would be on there, and the Tractor, man.
Was he was drafted before Dirk, or was he traded for Dirk?
I ain't got a clue. I just know he was huge.
Why did I ask?
I thought he
someone
was.
else that?
I think he was traded for.
I think he was traded for
You
Dirk.
should have looked at
I'm pretty
Peyton.
sure he was traded for Dirk.
Nobody else knew that.
Yeah.
What was the
Hey,
golf one?
here's one.
Oh,
here's
the golf one? The Walrus.
I've heard of that. Is that
Craig
good player?
Stadler.
Okay.
Hold on, guys.
I've heard of the Walrus.
Just a second. When you see his picture, you're the Walrus, man.
Here's
there
one.
we go.
Oh, okay. He looks like the walrus from the Disney movie.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Alice in Wonderland. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, tractor trailer.
Look, dude. Here's one we
Traded for Dirk. Wasn't he?
definitely
Yeah.
should have made the list. Is freaking Babe Ruth.
Babe
Well,
Ruth.
I was gonna do the Sultan of SWAT.
Yeah,
I think that's
The
freaking
Babe.
awesome.
Sultan of
Big
SWAT.
Baby.
the King of Crash,
Big
Yeah.
baby.
the Colossus of Clout,
Yeah, that's it right there.
Shoeless Joe Jackson,
Shoeless Joe.
Rampage.
Rampage, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like him as a fighter though. So I
He
couldn't
did
do
knock
it.
Chuck
Big
Liddell
Shot
the
Bob.
fuck out.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah. I've got 5 basketball ones that
The answer.
the answer
I
surprisingly.
didn't call him that though. I
Yeah.
called him AI.
AI.
was his
That's what you
nickname.
called him, yeah.
The
People
Greek
didn't call him
Freak.
the answer. Greek Freak almost took right there.
Do you have, what about Big Baby?
I said Big Baby.
Big
yeah.
baby.
Skip to Malou.
Yes.
Ralston. And then 2 that are a little bit under.
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Well, yeah. Slim Reaper. KD was called that. And he hated it, but that was like a perfect nickname for him.
And I like Slim Reaper is a street baller now who I enjoy watching.
But he also had Durantula.
Yeah.
But one that's new now that I think is freaking awesome is Davion Mitchell for the Kings. His nickname is Off Night because whenever you play against him, you have an off night. That's one that is really cool, and I hope picks up some steam for his future.
The Admiral.
Yeah,
Admiral. Big fundamental.
I believe Herb Jones has something. Has some funny nickname like Not on Herb or something like that.
The Mailman we talked about, local there.
Iceman.
The Bus.
The Big O.
The Bus, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Oh, the Bus. I did not think about that.
Yeah.
Hakeem the Dream.
Herb Jones, Not on Herb.
That's hilarious. It's even a drug joke. You're not on Herb.
yeah, that too.
I mean, we could...
All mine really got picked besides those few.
Penny Hardaway we talked about.
Pee Wee Reese.
Broadway Joe Namath.
Yeah, Broadway Joe.
Broadway Joe.
Yeah.
So, according to Bleacher Report, the number 1 is Magic.
Got it.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Babe, which we completely missed. 3 is Broadway Joe, which that was on my list.
I think the other ones for Babe
I'm surprised
are
you didn't pick Broadway Joe.
I thought about it, but I like Joe.
I mean, I'm not
better.
saying this because I picked him, but if Tiger's in the top 3 there.
I looked at a list
But
earlier, and Tiger's like 27.
I'm telling you, I think people don't even realize that's his nickname.
forget.
They think that's his real name.
Hey, Tiger and Magic are the two that I.
Yeah, they're
think
automatic.
they're the best.
Absolutely. By far.
Best fictional sports names? We could do that.
I want to do a
Sunshine.
fictional athlete.
Yeah,
draft
that'd be fun one day.
Mox.
The Mox.
There's some other ones that we
Smash
kind of
Williams.
missed out on, but I think we hit some good ones.
There's not a lot of, like in the NFL today, I mean, there's not a lot of just ones that are just jump out to me.
Yeah, and that's why everything is almost basketball related. Like that's just where you
more
get
of a
the better
basketball
nicknames.
thing.
Who would Joey be? I don't know. That's not really.
I mean, that's real, but I mean, they call him Joey B. I mean, but it's not
That's
really
his
a
name.
Yeah, it's really his name.
Joey franchise.
Who is one of the
Honey Badger, obviously.
Yeah, I mean Honey Badger.
He has to be the
Badger's
number
really
1 in the
number
NFL
one.
right now.
Yeah, I mean
There's a running
Matty
back.
Ice.
Matty Ice,
There's a running back that we're missing probably.
King Henry,
Yeah.
King
Henry.
OBJ. But I mean, see, it's,
Well, that's
everything's
his
just
But I mean, nobody calls him by his name. They call him OBJ.
yeah.
Oh.
And that's kind of like thinking about like LeBron, and he's called the chosen one, but he's at that status where he's a one name person.
Well, see, I was
Which
going
is
to
way
bring
more
that up.
impressive
What,
than a nickname.
what would
That's more
Deshaun's
impressive.
nickname be now?
Oh.
Okay, just kidding.
Sean who? Oh, Watson.
I can't make one of those.
Yeah, when
jokes.
you get
I'll
to that
figure it
He's
stat,
the $1 million man this year.
when you get to that status where you can just say the one name and you know who you're
Kobe.
talking about, Kobe, LeBron, Jordan,
Bird.
I mean, exactly.
Magic.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Tiger.
The Hick
Chipper.
The Hick from French
French
Lick. Dang, that's a good nickname.
Yeah,
I didn't think of that.
That's Bird. Yeah.
Wow.
Hick
Shaq.
from French Lick.
Shaq. I mean, if you make it to that one name status, you're legit.
Who is the best nickname in
And then,
football
I
right
know.
now?
I'm thinking.
That's
all
a
right,
heck
I'm
of a
thinking.
question. It's got to be Honey Badger.
Like
Who's the second?
We're over the 2 hour
Oh,
mark.
Cheetah. Cheetah. Tyree
Yeah,
Hill.
Cheetah, that's a good
Cheetah.
one.
We're
Yeah.
gonna extend this a bit because I'm gonna investigate into this a little bit.
Cheetah has to be it.
Because it's got to be a quarterback or
hey,
something.
back to the
This
one.
is where we need to take a call in.
Back somebody listening.
Is this you idiot?
Like me the other night, Sunday night at the Pelicans, when y'all talking about the G League team, I was screaming in my truck.
Jabbo.
Dangerous.
No, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate him too.
I do like Dangerous.
Oh, Rogers
A-Rod.
A-Rod.
or A-Rod. Oh, A-Rod. That was it's an abbreviation.
Abbreviation, yeah.
Man,
God, there's really not one.
that's
Danny
crazy.
Dimes.
Danny.
Danny Dimes.
Not very good.
But yet again, that's another one that just kind of shortens the name, like Matty Ice.
I think Cheetah has to be the second. best.
Cheetah and
I
Honey
think what it
Badger.
boils down to is there's nobody out there creating great nicknames anymore.
All day.
Obviously,
AD.
back in the day, they were doing it.
But you'll listen to you'll watch a ball game.
And that's another one. Adrian Peterson. He had all day AD. I called him AP.
I call
AP.
him
That's what I always call
Yeah,
it. AP.
But commentators, they force that AD.
Yeah. And that was
All
so
day,
weird.
all day, you know.
LT. That was a really good one. But yeah, it's just abbreviating them.
But you'll watch ball games now, and the commentators be like, "Yeah, they call this guy in the locker room this so and so name." And I'm like,
"But you ain't referring to
him. No, you don't. Nobody refers to him that. Nobody knows him that. You just gave him a name. It's 4 words.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that doesn't even make sense. But they will. They try to.
The tall baller from the G. Yeah, that's not Dirk.
Man.
That's really weird, and which the NBA doesn't have that many as well, really.
Greek Freak's the big one.
Yeah, but it's I guess that 2000s 90s era was just the
nicknames were bigger.
I used to pride myself on coming up with nicknames for my buddies.
Well, I don't.
I
was about to say I don't know these kids now because I mean I've always give nicknames like at work, I'll give the girls nicknames, at work and stuff like that. I still do that. We did that when we were kids.
Yeah.
Everybody had nicknames when we played baseball and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I don't feel like that's a thing now.
I never had one.
It's more just abbreviations.
It's more abbreviations.
I got called C-Dub by a few people.
Well, and your kid is going to be CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just something like that.
Yeah, something simple.
One more we missed out on, the glove.
Oh,
really good
yeah.
That is a good one.
Or the mitten for his son.
Is that what they call it?
The mitten.
Yeah, that's so nice.
All right, so we're
gonna wrap it up, guys. What an episode! That was a lot of fun. It's always fun. I hope y'all have as much fun as we're having. I doubt it, but
let us know if we missed any names there.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be a cool thing to put.
Comment
in the comments.
under it. Yeah, absolutely, and please share.
Yeah,
Mean Joe Green.
Crime Dog.
Crime Dog, yeah.
Crime Dog.
Freaking Fred McGriff, yeah.
Iron Mike Tyson.
Dot Gooden.
God, Iron Mike was another good one. But anyways, we know we missed a bunch, but just let us know. God,
God, sucks. But as usual, guys, let us know what we missed. Keep on listening, keep on subscribing, keep on interacting with us.
We'll be back. We're hoping Sunday night, or we'll post it on Monday with our little American episode, I guess. We're gonna
make sure Peyton's here.
We're gonna try a Dirty 5 of USA sports moments. That could definitely be interesting.
If I can get everybody out of my house by then, I hope to be here Sunday
Peyton
night.
will have 5 golf moments from the Ryder Cup.
Hey, there we go. Patrick Reed wearing McElroy mask. Come on. Wag the finger. I mean, let's go.
I told you that's what he's going to do. But, that's it for us, guys. As usual, chop on.
Go Tigers.
Who dat?
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be